afternoon, good evening, everybody.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
morning, good afternoon, good evening.
we're out here.
Sorry.
You're good, Carlos. You're
I said hi, Jay.
Oh,
good to see you, Carlos. You doing well today, man?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I saw you in the video.
Yeah, it was
Easy?
you know, it was
You were at Pasadena today?
yeah.
They
That's
call it cuff on you.
no, yeah. I don't. I was taking care of some business in the meantime, so I was trying to find parking, like phone calls and all sorts of stuff. But yes, somebody had gotten. I don't remember exactly what happened. If I'm being honest, I didn't want to say
No, I know.
like 'cause
Yeah.
I don't know. But do you want this a little bit like more right here?
Is this okay, Tori? Because everyone in my chat wants to hear you. So,
Oh,
and I have to run and get my jacket. So, is
okay,
that
okay, I'll watch your.
Much can y'all plug Tory
Watch for me?
Magoo's stream? Let's get some
Yeah,
people
right now
over
the
to Tory
camera's
Magoo's
ready.
stream. We're gonna be hanging out with Tory.
All right.
Show
All right, guys.
some
I'll be back. Chat. Thanks for waiting.
Hi,
for
guys.
me.
and I'm gonna set y'all up over here. Um, check it out. So we're gonna do.
Our sites, subscribe also. I think the more everybody subscribes, the better.
Yes.
We'll add one more.
Here.
Yeah, just Danny. What are we doing now?
Well, I'm gonna be over here with you because I'm gonna be kind of talking to you about what happened. Remember, as Pasadena, we got stuff to talk about,
An OT7
and I need to go get
OT7 left
40 years.
after 40 years.
But
Oh, hi. Hi to my guys. Hello. Hello.
let me be right back so I could get you a lapel mic so they can hear you nice and good. Okay, Tori? I need to go get you a mic. I'll be back.
I don't know what that means. Streets. What does he say? They say streets helping Reba.
Oh, the robots.
Oh, the robot. I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen him too.
I haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah, I saw him down at UCLA. I watched him. I stayed up till 4 a.m. because I was worried about, Jesse was there, Chris was there, and Street. Street was like right in that thing. I mean,
I would have not gotten that close.
he was awesome. But see, he does film the police LA. So he's just, he knows. I think he's used to that kind of action. You know what I mean? Can you do me a favor and just give me one of those little things I brought?
What did you
Chicken
bring?
things, they're just little chicken wraps. They're next to the.
See in the house. Let's see in the house.
I think I did bring it.
What's up, Papa?
One of me too also.
How are you? I forgot. I
Who wanted to
brought
meet me?
it.
Who wanted to meet me?
I do it.
It's right here, Danny. Should be right there.
How you doing?
Oh no, they're right there by the. They're by the.
Like a real dog. How's you doing? Nice seeing you.
All right. At least I got my bag.
Get it.
Like I have clean blankets in the back of the truck. I just have extra blankets.
How's the pajama party going? Were you
Where's that
pajama
child?
party?
I'm hungry again.
I was
Thank you. Perfect.
You want more?
No. Thank you very much. And you have one if you want.
Thank you.
getting a chair set up, guys, so we can hang out with Tori. Here's
Pay attention to the chat.
Hmm?
here's this.
No, they're saying to pay more attention to the chat.
You should. Hey, sorry guys, I'm gonna eat, but I have to eat.
Yes. And do you think it might be a good idea just to get your
Thank you. I just got it done. What?
stuff like because you're gonna get cold. If it's cold now, you're gonna be much
Water?
later.
Some water? Well, I've been in a while.
Huh?
Where you been? It's in a while. You got water? Was
I've
water?
been here each night.
Oh, it's not? I go to La Pogafa a lot. Protest?
Oh, no, I don't go there. I intentionally don't go there.
I don't think it's either. I would like to try the ice cream spot by there with Laura, but or like some little squirrel squad meet up at the ice cream spot. But
That's the only thing.
I mean,
I mean, I'm not gonna stand out even Whatever age I am, I'm not going to stand out where a book is talking about on a little teeny sidewalk.
That's a very good point. Hey, Becky. What's up? Good to see you.
Oh,
I was on the live when somebody was. That's a church. The church. Hi, Jordan. How are you? Can I sit up?
I can go down there.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Okay. Do you have mods?
Mhm.
Do you have mods? Do you have moderators for your channel?
I have one.
Okay. Do you mind if I see if I could get somebody even like, are they available right now?
I don't know. Are they? Where's my phone?
Right here. I just had to take care of something that was very ugly, but
Oh,
yeah,
the spit and stuff.
yeah, you know, it's kids are
I know,
bored
really
nowadays.
gross.
Just here, she's in my channel mod.
What's her name?
Jen Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a really good mod of mine. I have personal contact with her.
Okay.
Do you mind even? Let's
Can
see.
I try it for a while?
Yeah, yeah, Jen, you're gonna be on temporary. Do you mind taking a temporary wrench, just to make sure, like,
Get
yeah,
rid of these creepy guys.
yeah, we just
Yeah.
need to get rid of anything that is like
Creepy.
just tonight. She said just tonight.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, because she's got a lot on her plate as it is. So
Great.
I want people to enjoy their time, and
Thank
yeah, they don't need to be, yeah, you know. Okay, so we're gonna do standard. So
Okay.
she'll only be able to take
Could
care
you
of the
get
business.
rid of those?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
She's got the rest.
yeah. Genwell is now the moderator, so you should have it now, Jen.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thank you, Jen.
And thank you for taking up helping out chat and Tori this evening. Um, both, you know, yeah. It's just that was, yeah. Hopefully we don't have that happen again. But it's
No,
when there's
they were rampant last night. They were on Jess's, they were
Oh, I
on
know.
DOA, they were on mine.
they're just terrible.
It was awful.
No, but we're good now. So let me get set up and
What is her? Yeah.
Jay,
J?
Jay,
J-A-Y. No, I know yours is, what's hers?
Jen,
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got a lot that she takes care of herself, but I think she'll be cool with it tonight.
It'll just be tonight.
Yeah, do you mind?
Yeah.
Okay. Where would you want it? Here, you would just kind of like
Is that good?
perfect.
There he is, the man about town in his PJs.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Living the dream.
Oh yeah, I love
Living
it,
the
man. Got the flying squirrel in full activation right now.
Greatest outfit. I gotta show my.
Yeah. You know, where's my shot? Oh, where did I put y'all
Look how
guys?
cute you look. Where your chalk is?
Oh no, shit.
Oh, what are you looking for?
My second phone.
Oh,
I lose it about
you should get one of those.
actually maybe 8 times without exaggerating.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's like
I got two phones, so I lose them twice as much, and then I lose them, and then
yeah. Oh no. Here, shall we? It's
the telephone meter attacked me.
Should we scooch over?
Yeah, I think
Here.
over somewhere.
This way. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere where it's
Get
not just away from that pole.
That should be decent. It's still
Yeah.
kind of in the area, so being, you know, cool. And I'm gonna slip in over here.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be
okay, there you go. All right, there she is.
sweet.
Yes. Okay.
Alrighty.
What?
J Osa. Jess says J Osa. Right? Isn't that her with the wrench?
Heather.
JDSA.
She was feeling
Oh,
left out.
DSA.
Yeah, so DSA because Denver signed someone jailed it. It was just way too long, and people knew me as Denver J.
I know.
So I was like,
Fun.
I'm just gonna switch it to JDSA. let's
Yeah.
put a little pin on it, but
I like the one.
The other one was too long.
right. No, I agree. It really was. Even if you're just trying to type it in chat, it's just
Yeah.
too much.
It's too long.
Not reasonable.
Yeah.
But guys, we're hanging out with Tori Magoo here today. We got some really interesting developments to talk about.
All right. Tell me what
So let's see if I'm able to pull it up for you. Because it'd be kind of interesting if I could just show you what happened. You know, we could kind of go through it.
We're gonna bring our car in here. No, we're gonna park our car right there. Okay, go.
He's
We were
not
ju-
the guy.
I'm sorry. Who?
That guy right there.
Oh no, you'll trust me. You'll be oh yeah. You know, scrubbing through this long. Oh, here we go.
Wow, DOA, you changed your hair. Free Phil Anderson.
I brought you.
I found the.
Oh my
we're
God,
gonna go through
tonight's
the
my
clip
night
real
of hats. Thank you. I'm not going to put it on right now because I just got my hair done,
Don't mess up your hair.
but I will.
Oh, boo!
Oh, shut up. I'm a girl. You're a boy. Go away.
Go away.
I don't see any difference.
Girls don't say boo when you say I got my hair done. They understand.
Whatever.
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 And these ones are double-sided, so you can.
But I will use it for my name for right now. Thank you. Did your mother make these?
Yeah.
Will you please tell her thank you for me?
She made 3 weeks. She got home from work.
Well, she's really fast.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really impressive. I can't believe it. I mean, to me, it would be like, I don't know how to do it, but if I did, it would be months. It would.
You
For
would
one,
get it.
no.
Yeah, I'm not the most.
Knitting.
I never say the right things. I know I probably should have said, "Oh, that's beautiful hair.
Thank you.
You should
Thank
never
you.
touch it." But I'm like, no. All I think about is the couch with plastic over it that you're not allowed to be on, and it's like rip that plastic off.
No, I agree with you on that one.
Use that couch, just feel it, use it, and yeah.
We used to make fun of people that.
So I think, in my opinion, I think that because your hair was done, that it would look badass with the hat on. Because your hair is done,
I know, but you didn't pay the money I paid to
Yeah.
get my hair done.
So.
And
or put the time commitment.
the time commitment. And tomorrow I'm going to see my son and I want it to look pretty.
Okay.
There you
Fair
go.
enough.
So next week you'll wear the beanie.
Next week I'll wear it.
Yeah.
Always. Believe me.
You
I
gotta
will.
sleep with like a dome over your head.
I'll probably sleep with it because my doctor told me to. Because I'm always cold and I don't have a hat.
Yep.
And she said, you need to get a hat and sleep in it because the heat goes out of your head. She said, that's why people who are cold at night, they need to wear hats. So
Interesting.
there
There
you
you
go.
go.
Day and night.
See if it works.
Oh, it did. I tried it once. I have a ski hat and I
Oh,
wore it and I was toasty one. Socks and a hat. Oh boy.
I could never.
I know people that are warmer like
Socks, I could
forget
never.
it. But when it's cold, I'm good with it.
When it's cold, I still have the fan on.
Really? That's how
I'm
my
hot.
friend is. I have a friend the same way. Look at these trees, how bald they are.
Isn't it weird? They're so smooth
I know,
almost.
it's so weird.
Like they're
Look at-
polished, like
Like
rock.
there's nothing.
Yeah, it's odd. Definitely odd.
It's because they're across from Scientology.
No withering from just the presence.
No. The OT tree.
They got special flowers.
Yeah.
There's
I gotta open the boxes. Well, thank you for getting boxes.
When I grab my bag, it's
Yeah, ready. You want some corn?
Or a cookie.
Please take corn in Spanish.
maíz oil.
Elote.
No cabe.
You want drink? Drink? Aqua? You hungry?
You see the muffins that I got?
What?
would you like that?
I want one of it, not the chocolate ones, the other. Blueberry. But I want to get one because I think they'll be.
Oh, yeah, let me go grab you one.
It's short hair. Short hair.
You're still here?
I can't believe your mother made that many hats in one night. I can't believe she made that many hats in one night.
Yeah, she makes beanies, she makes scarves, she made you those hand warmers.
I love those.
Yeah,
Love those.
what else? Years ago, she was making little like slippers, like booties. One of my grandmas had those. Blankets, those take a lot longer, but
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of.
I did it for a little bit.
But this looks like it would
But
take
it's
a
a lot
lot
of work.
work.
It does.
I make bags, like purses.
You
But
do?
yeah, I mean, when I'm really bored, but not like every day. I'll just sit and make bags.
Okay, so
I'm gonna tell you, let's take a picture.
my question is, it would be, so here's the problem. It'd be very difficult to make a blanket out of this material, like a large one, right? Like with a pattern, like on a sellable basis, right? Like in terms of, could you like
Nice try.
present that to somebody and like they would be able to kind of automate it? See what I'm saying? Like,
She could
Do that to deal
but
with.
she also like has a full time job.
right,
So
right,
it has to be someone that has a lot of time.
right.
If you
Yeah.
wanted to like
Yeah.
one after another.
Yeah, no, I'm just,
But
there
it's
has to be a
doable.
service like
It's
that, right?
doable.
Yeah. It's like custom knitted blankets, like a wool blanket or something.
Yeah. It could
That'd
be
be
done.
pro. Yeah.
Got caught.
She used to make them in, well, she's made one like a whole, but she used to make them in strips with like a different color around, different color in the middle. And then you make all the strips and then you just put them all together,
Right.
which still takes a long time, but it's a different way.
See, not having
I love your nails.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
They
Yeah,
got
yeah.
these, you know,
You
I'll
gotta
have to, like,
show
poke
your
at
nails.
Yeah, those are.
Pretty they are. They're really cool.
In the camera, you could. They were like almost glistening
I
like
know.
candy. Like,
They're really pretty. Is it
So whenever.
really?
Yeah. Well, yeah, these are not mine.
Yeah. I used to get acrylic nails. They're really fun. They last forever. Once-
Yeah.
Yeah. These are gel,
The M word.
so they don't last that long.
No,
I take my daughter. She does her nails too. She thinks she's,
you're enough.
you know, Paris Hilton.
Danny doesn't. I'm doing it.
So many mothers do that with their kids, and I think, are you insane?
Yeah, I am.
We don't work.
I'll tell you what. Does she have a friend that does it too?
No, she's like,
The little you won't.
I mean, the
you
kids
won't.
at school, I think they put like the press on ones.
Yeah.
There might be a few that go get their nails painted, but she goes in with like,
I did that when I went to a Scientology event, and I put on these press-on nails, and you have to put the glue on them, right? And press them on. And I'm going like, well, here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now they're all like this. My whole hand is, look at my hand. My hand is like this,
Yeah.
with the press-on nails glued together.
oh my goodness,
So I
no.
went to the event like that.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
because I was always doing something goof around, because it was just so serious. So I was like, hello, how are you?
That's too
It's gonna
good.
change,
And I-
but I just got so busy running around that I didn't get. I don't know what it is, but it's awesome. Well, I appreciate
But one day I wore different,
I tried my best.
different colored socks by accident. And this guy said, do you realize you have different colored socks on? And I said, welcome to present time.
Sorry.
So then from then on, every day I'd wear different colored socks. And whoever noticed, I'd say, you're the third person who noticed. I'd count them.
where'd you park today?
In front of me. I parked behind Tory. I guess is how it happened.
I'm in front of her.
Look at your Scooby Doo.
Oh.
I know. I was looking earlier. Those are super cool. It's a whole set. Where'd you
So
find that?
cute. And your pants.
Yeah, no, that was a good find. Where
Did you get them out of their website?
I don't even remember where I got this.
Really
I
cute.
wore another one night and it had like a snake on it. And Scotty and his chat were like all obsessed with the snake. And I'm like, I don't even know where I got this.
Okay, somebody's writing something. Tory, ooh. Okay, just a second, wait. I'm gonna read it. Tory, could you use a battery heated
They got a bunch of
jacket like Peter Munn had? Yeah. Or a 12. Why does it keep going away? A 12V heated blanket attached to the car battery. Wow. Anyone in a position to help
Do you have a Amazon list?
I do. I just started it.
Yeah, that's good. Honestly, because that right there shows that they're wanting to like. It sounds like they're wanting to get you. They're kind of somebody's probably gonna want to get you that. You know what I mean?
Really good.
I
What did she say? I gotta remember what it is.
It's a
Heated.
yeah.
It's a battery heated jacket.
Yes, I used to have one. I don't want to be. I don't know.
You don't know either.
I don't. I don't have. I barely have time.
No, I never watched. I know. I'm the same. I don't.
Yeah.
It's like I'm awful with names anyway.
Right. Right. No. Same.
But it must be. I think it's in a movie. That's my guess. This is so delicious, dude.
I think I'm gonna grab a chocolate chip here in a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and get y'all situated.
Sorry, we're watching me.
What do you want to get rid of?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. How are you guys? How are you, ladies and gentlemen?
Good.
Right?
How are you?
I'm doing good.
That's what's up, bro.
Just trying to live. Excuse me. Live
You're drunk?
time. Scientology killed our dog.
Huh?
Scientology killed our dog. Black mold in our house.
Ooh, seriously? What is that?
Michael. I want to hold this for out of LA.
I just pulled into it.
Have you ever heard of Aleister Crowley? He was Hubbard's mentor.
Okay.
And I met his granddaughter picketing.
Really?
Yeah. She came up to me and goes,
Hubbard's granddaughter.
no, Aleister Crowley.
Aleister Crowley is Hubbard's granddaughter, and you met.
Yeah,
At
she
a
came up,
picketing.
we were picketing. She said, I'm Aleister Crowley's granddaughter. Now, who's going to make that up? I was like,
know.
wow.
Chat, can y'all let me know if this is a good angle for y'all? Because I have a timestamp pulled and I don't want to pull it back. So let me know if, well, actually, I can look this pull. Maybe the light need to come down a little bit. Let's get like that.
No, the cloud one. They're like the cloud looking.
Like that.
Yeah, she
Yeah, I think
So is the guy coming or we're going to just see him on here?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm asking.
no, he's just on the video, but
Oh,
so
he's coming.
you're gonna find out here in a minute. He I don't want to spoil the story, you'll see.
I have some at home.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've actually been recognized out here in California.
Guys, don't say Bob. Stay right here, Diana. No, I asked. I wish I could do it.
So you saw that.
Tell me how many you need. So, hold on. DOA must go.
Do you have a plastic bag by any chance in your car?
We're talking about he had recognized me from the Curtis Johnson incident where remember how I showed you that? Yeah. So he had said you're famous. I know you. And I was just talking about the major flap and how about like almost 90,000 people saw. So and this is a OT7 who has been out for 40 years. So and we get a better picture of him here in a second. Here it is. Now, as far as about programming and kind of how difficult that is, because he made a huge flop, like at a major level. That's what you're seeing on the community side as well. It was probably internalized, sure stores and all that stuff. Said I'm calling my friend to have him come over.
Mrs. in Pasadena.
Mhm. I asked him at some point if he knows you, because I'm like, you're an OG, and he's saying sounding like an OG. So here. I was looking for your phone number because I wanted to call you and see like, you know,
You have my number, right?
well, that's a whole other story. Here. My major most amount of my time. Let me see where we're talking. Benefit was introduced, the connection came into place, and using
Sort of, but not really for me.
you don't have to be abused, where I'm trying to find where I mentioned it.
Yes.
Tory.
Did you eat enough?
I ate enough.
You want a dessert?
You're finally here, yeah.
Long story short, I can't find the exact spot, but how it went was he explained to me that he was an OC7 that was out for 40 years, and that he'd known me from the Curtis Johnson incident. He pretty much called me. He said that I was an OT8 for taking down his viewing. Well, he said that, but that's what he said. And it was just really fun because I had mentioned you, and he said that he didn't know you directly, but y'all might know people, you know, acquaintances. So
Mutual.
yeah, so I told him if you were okay with it, I would pass your information on to him. And yeah, maybe you never know. Y'all might have known, you know, people. People be pretty interesting. Uh,
But I'm really secure with my friend. So, like a lot of times, people like this will show up and they're OT7 and stuff. They don't know anything. So, hi.
Here, I think I got a new battery.
Oh, you got a new battery?
It's all good. Hi.
So your car
All okay.
works now? Your car works now?
It does, but it was
How did you get the new
$150
battery?
Canadian for a new battery and wipers, 450 American. So if I was at home, it would be 450 Canadian. So it's just the difference in like
How did you get it to wherever, or did they come here?
I got a tow truck to come and boost me. And then he followed me for a while and then I got out of the car and left it running and then it died after he left. So he had to come, I had to wait another hour or two for him to come back. It's been a journey.
oh my goodness, that.
That's awful.
I would have been almost home by now if I'd left yesterday.
I know there's nothing.
Hi.
Yep, but it's probably better because if it had broken down
I'm
somewhere,
supposed to be here. I know, right?
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna park tonight.
And now you have a new battery, so
Yeah, exactly.
even if it costs you, that was a little spooky.
Look at all the people. Holy smokes.
Danny, what are you doing? Danny? Oh, he's filming. I was gonna say, why would someone do that?
Four. I don't even know what the.
Tired.
Yeah.
Depends what everyone's doing.
This is what it is. I'll show you. First of all, they had this yelling thing for who could yell the loudest. I think DOA won that. And I think this is another contest.
Another contest.
But he should make sure.
All right, y'all.
Hi.
How are you?
That's good. Where were you last night?
I was being interviewed.
Who's this? Nelson.
Yeah. I was being interviewed by Stevie Weeby.
Oh, I haven't met.
Then we were here later.
I haven't met.
He's awesome. He interviewed Flo.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah.
I've seen him do.
He's great. He's hilarious.
SBTV interview number 4 for Steve. So it's streets, DOA, Laura, and Pearl Snappy. There you go.
He's really slumming it with that last one, but
He's the coolest. Like, you should definitely do that. Either of you.
he.
No. But
He
both-
asked for
both
names.
y'all.
I wrote both down.
Yeah, absolutely.
What'd you say?
He asked for names for people you should
I
talk
know.
to. I wrote them. I wrote your names both
Good.
down.
Yeah.
Tory would, or
You would
You
love
have
him. You
so-
go over to his house and he like comes in and he like plays the piano and then he comes and sits down next to you and just asks you all these questions. It's adorable. It all happens right in front of you. It's great. He is delightful. He is a delight to speak with.
That's so great.
Like we chatted for like an hour afterwards.
Yeah, he looks like a really friendly guy.
He's funny. He's smart. He's very, very kind. All the good things that you would want to say about him. So 10 out of 10.
so,
10 out of 10.
Oh, no, I like to watch people do that at festivals. I'm not trying to do it.
What is it?
It's an inflatable couch.
Oh,
Those
to
are-
get
you
it
gotta
inflated?
The air
Okay,
perfectly.
let's
here, let me.
Okay,
I'll
like
give it
let's
some.
give this to the shortest person with the stubbiest little nub leg. And watch her little nugget ass run around trying to pick up the air. That's what I just saw happen.
That's exactly.
Yeah, I figured.
Chat wants to be entertained.
Sometimes you just gotta stop and
I'm not entertained by her.
And an inflatable.
Send her away.
This is the inflatable.
Send me one that can entertain me readily, handily.
I'm trying to show my dad the inflatable couch.
Oh, the couch. All right, we'll see.
My dinkum.
Yes, I could definitely.
And you, Pearl Snappy, here she is. In the
I'll-
flesh. Pearl Snappy in the flesh.
That's me. I just decided that I was just gonna like, just dive bomb everybody else's face.
There you go. What's this guy doing? Oh, he's got his dog. You want something to eat?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay.
That's so nice of you, though.
Yeah, sure. Do you think your dog would want something to eat?
Oh, yeah.
I know.
What's their name? Do you mind?
Coco.
Coco.
Coco, what a cute
I
dog.
know. I love her.
Coco's getting closer.
He is hungry.
People are being.
He is hungry.
Oh.
Said it's she?
She,
She is.
they,
Her sweater.
They-
Their sweaters.
but they're always hungry.
Cute, cute sweater.
Oh, thank
We're
you.
fucking best friends. I'm always talking about food. Coco and I would be best friends. I'm always about food, talking about it.
People must have been eating her or something because she's
Oh,
like
yeah.
digging in under there. Come say hi. Come here. Yeah, it's quite a party you guys have
I
going.
know. We're protesting Scientology.
I've seen I live down there. I've seen the trucks. I've seen Scotty. I've met Scotty before.
Yes, it was-
I'm Tory. I was in it for 30 years.
Oh, really?
I think I'm the only one here that, well, I think a few people, but very few. Most of them are actual critics that just
Oh, but you
are
are
against the abuses they have.
Were you in as a child?
No,
No.
I didn't know.
I quit college
I had no idea.
around 20 and
Enjoy.
hitchhiked from Chicago to here to do Scientology.
Wow.
And I was in it for 30 years. I met my husband and had a baby in it. And my husband stayed in. So when I left in 2000 and I lost all my friends and my husband of 27 years overnight. Yeah, they won't talk to me at all. They can't.
So they all stayed in? What's going on here?
They're all the guys that are in. I have friends all around the world, like these guys, but they were never in, right?
Right,
And
right.
I have a lot of friends that are ex-Scientologists who left way before me. I just didn't know it. And they don't tell you they're leaving. So you don't know when you're in that thousands of people have left. They're just like, oh no, they're in Clearwater, or that person, they're helping their parents or something like that.
I know very little about it, but when I bought the house down here, I read I got curious, so I read that book Going Clear,
How's it going?
and then they made a documentary of it.
Yeah, my friend Spanky's in.
Out for everybody.
Yeah.
Spanky Taylor, yeah,
Do you know who Jason Begay is?
of course.
Okay, so Jason's wife, I think they're divorced now,
I didn't actually.
Angie.
gave us Coco.
Oh,
I adopted Coco through Angie. Angie got Coco out of the West Valley
right.
shelter. They have a ranch up.
I know, I've
Canyon.
been there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've done yoga. I'm a yoga teacher. I've done yoga with Jason. And they both, Angie and Jason. Hi, Barry. How are you? Lauren. Good. Yeah, but she had this thing called Malibu Family Dog Rescue. So they gave me Coco like 11, 12 years ago. Well, I mean, I adopted her.
Well,
But
Jason is very, I was at their house up at their ranch when he did his thing about clear.
you were there.
I was there. And he was saying, right, Tori? And I,
Oh man! Oh wow! Okay, because what? Probably I've had this house for like 11 years.
I know, and
Maybe 10 years. Just after I got the dog.
understand.
And that's when I got curious and read the book and just Googled and found his 90-minute video. That's what you're talking about.
right.
He's in like a black
Right.
tent.
And he's like, show me the Emma.
Yeah, it's really interesting, actually.
Although I did
But
keep wearing them.
that kind of
So,
was eye-opening.
so I
listening
tried.
to him.
Totally. I'm going to give you one of my cars.
Okay.
No, wait, that's not it.
So are you guys all live streaming?
We're all.
Yeah.
That's all the cameras are live.
Okay.
I'd say concurrently, there's probably about 2,500 or close to 3,000 amongst national cameras.
This is my YouTube site, Tori Magoo from the phone.
Yeah.
But I have about 900 videos on there, about all kinds of stuff.
Oh, okay.
So you can poke around.
Yeah.
She's kind of famous.
Oh, okay.
Seriously, thanks for awesome.
I'm surprised. Maybe
I'm
I
only
even
famous
saw one of your
because I
videos.
spoke out when nobody would. That's the
Yeah,
reason.
maybe I saw one of your videos when I did the deep dive, which was years ago.
Yeah.
It was like right around the time that documentary came out.
Well, what is your name?
Lauren.
Lauren?
Uh-huh.
Nice name.
Thank you.
Okay, well, nice.
Well, we
meeting
walk
you.
here all the time because they have good grass around them.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
They run them from the water almost all night. It's crazy.
Well, if you want anything to eat, grab it.
Thank you. All the dogs love it.
I know.
Look, at she doesn't want to move.
It's a party.
Yeah. Well, it's cool to see people out here.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's nice to give away free food. There's a lot of people in the area who need it.
I know. That's why I always ask people because a lot of people take them.
And a lot of
They're
people
like,
aren't. It's hard for them to make that
They're
first
not
step.
gonna ask.
Yeah. So to extend the offer,
It's just like
Trying to do
type
dozens.
pretty.
right? So
Right.
trying to make it. Jay,
Jay, nice to meet you.
likewise.
Every other one.
I have a nice weekend.
Lauren.
Oh, yeah, he's
Look
doing the
at
dozens.
him, and he's got the flag on now.
Okay, you'll be
Got it.
Always got the. You work out.
Yeah.
Here,
I'm
let me show.
There's been quite a few requests.
Oh, I'm not hungry. I'll.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so this guy will have to,
Bonnie says on the back.
definitely interesting if he really left.
Show some real fight. See, shows this guy.
Anyway, because I asked him about if he knew you, and he said he knew you through your videos, and he knew like I was mentioning Serge Samar, Laura Anderson, Matthew Webster, or something. I mean, I was mentioning like the names that are, that should be known amongst like somebody who left in my opinion. And he said that he had known them through videos. They had been posting. So,
But he lives here in the area?
he was out in Pasadena.
He's gonna want something.
Yeah, in Pasadena.
So here's my question. Why hasn't he contacted you?
Yeah.
See, most people, when they leave, they contact one of them. My numbers are on the net.
I would say.
There's a number of people that they do. So the fact that he's out of the fight is also very like,
Kind of like, yeah, like.
maybe in all fairness to him, he might have just said, I'm done with that, and that's it.
Well, I'll say this much. Saul had kind of like, because he presented himself as an OTA, as a 40-year out OTA, or not OT7, being an OT7, not 8. And
You're okay.
yeah, I'm the OTA, guys. How's it going? Just been awarded the superpowers, and I turned the trees into stone right in front of us. Hey there, chat. I don't even know who this
I
is.
just realized they've only seen the back of my head. I'm
They
sorry.
probably loved it. I mean, you know who this is?
No.
Well, hey there, guys. Hope y'all are doing good. We got 1, 2, 3. Oh no,
Lady.
it's a ladies. You are right. It's okay. We'll maintain it.
And if not, I'm taking it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I won't take it. I won't take it. We'll find. She'll find you guys. I know it.
Yeah. So I don't.
Yeah, but just like,
I have the feeling that
Hey, this is good.
yeah, he's like it's. I don't blame him. You know, because I can imagine the last time you had like a lot of these people are probably not.
I just think it's cute.
It is awesome that
I
it's
think he's having a good time. That's good.
absolutely.
That's why everybody who comes by, or you want something to eat. That's exactly.
So remember when he had presented himself as the 7-year, 40-year, or the OT 7, 40-year out, and then you were like, so you're not OT 7 anymore. You said something to that effect. Right?
Wait, so no, I said I'm not OT. So I said, are you OT 8? And he said, no, I'm OT 7.
Yeah.
I am OT 7.
Yeah,
Still claiming.
he was really heavily owning his OT 7
well, that's
status because Saul had kind of was like pretty much asking if he was an OT 8 or something. He's like, no, I'm OT 7. So that was the
Big difference.
right.
So I understand.
That's what we were talking about. Like afterwards, he's owning it still because he paid so much money, is what I felt.
No, it's just you've spent so much time and energy on it. When you finally finish, it's like that's a big part of your life.
Right.
It's just like you hear all the ex-Scientologists. They've been out for 20 years and they're like, I was the commanding officer of AOLA. It's like, who cares?
Right.
But they do because it's something they did.
It's climbing.
It's like someone who's the head of Warner Brothers.
Right.
Now, that's a big deal, and that's going to be a big deal for their whole life, whether they leave or not. I had the head of NBC no, it was Disney, and I'm right down the street from Disney. So we had fax machines back then in my bedroom, and the fax machine at 2 a.m. would come in with just rolls and rolls and rolls of their meetings, right? And I would call up the next day and say, look, I'm not on staff there. I don't work at Disney. Take me off the fax list. They wouldn't, right?
Oh my goodness.
So finally, the president of Disney sends me all of his credit cards and his driver's license. And he says, Joni, I want you to get X, Y, and Z, buy it. And so I call him up and I say, this isn't Joni. This is your neighborhood person who either you get me off your fax machine or
about everything.
we'll be buying a Chevrolet, a really nice car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be taking your credit cards and your driver's license and buying whatever I want. And he immediately got me off of it and sent me a note saying, thank you very much. And I said, don't ever send your credit cards in a fax.
I know who do that.
I know. And your driver's license. What a knucklehead.
Being that high up in Disney or whatever.
Yeah. You'd think.
Well, pretty dumb.
What?
Rich people are pretty dumb. Look at Tom.
Oh, come on.
I had a slightly interesting interaction as well. I had noticed a lady who was off to the side with like a walker waiting for her guys. They stick out like towards that, you know what I mean? So I was very kind and approaching her, saying, "Hey, how's it going? You enjoying the weather out today? It's a beautiful day, right?" And she was, before I had approached her, I had noticed she was engaged with our protest in terms of visually aware, observant, and so I've just taken it upon myself to go introduce myself in a kind manner, and we end up getting into some of the stories of like Laura, Natalie, and she was like, "Well, have you experienced it personally? What have you personally?" It's like I was trying to talk with her. Well, you don't have to
I always use the concentration camp. Were you in a concentration camp?
Exactly.
And they go, no, and I go, but you know the abuse.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to be
Yeah.
starving to know what hunger is.
No.
Like, you don't have to be
But the
abused.
concentration camp was a really good one.
Yeah. So, were you in a concentration camp? No, but you know the
No.
bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it was just that was her safe place to say
Right.
that everything I was presenting was not a personal attack of mine. Hey there, Michael. Sorry, it's okay.
I don't know. I mean, it's really too bad. 'Cause
No worries.
they don't even know me.
It's okay. So,
I know it's okay, but I'm just saying
it's odd.
it's
But
very odd.
yeah, I agree.
Very odd.
Especially from a first-hand perspective with this and that and that one and that one. They're just watching us go through this moment. But that's okay. We were talking about the lovely,
The lady that you're
yeah,
talking
the lovely conversation I was trying to have with this lady, and she was so
But she
engulfed with.
you should be in to talk about
She felt that I needed to have personal
it.
experience to understand that certain things are not okay.
No,
And that's what I was trying to do. We know what animal abuse is
right.
without being an animal.
Exactly.
And, so at a certain point, I recognized that I didn't want to like stress this out. Oh, she 100% was.
Oh,
I'd asked her because she was like, how can you criticize something you
that's always their argument.
right.
And that when I did a thing, oh, the little kitty cats.
Clout in the house.
I was trying to run away. Get a good grip.
I will. Wait, I got a thing for you. You come in my hand. Hang on.
There you go.
Stand by.
Kyle, the issue with the blanket is I want it to be able to like not be a stressful endeavor. I really like. There's a few merch items that I would. Oh my God, SP Kitty. Official.
You good?
So,
Did they give you
I wonder what
these?
the legal limit is on me.
Oh,
Have a whole bunch of them.
nice.
Yeah, I really like those. Did you make
These, no.
They're really good. Really helpful to me.
Yeah.
See you guys right here. So if you see a window of opportunity, please. The next couple of days.
This is without saying too much, this is somebody who is a colleague, of their that I mentioned. See what I'm saying?
So,
But like,
no, we have nothing else to do.
then let's put something on the books for Sunday. What's it
I don't know who she is. No.
Okay.
Sunday brunch after the
Just tell
game.
James I get it. Don't worry about it.
Jen, don't worry about it. If you're not, if just go ahead and just
Yeah, definitely.
well, well, no, that's what I'm saying. She's
She's sick. She needs to rest.
right. So you see here, these are the ones that I have in mind, and the one with the flower is the one who would take over. Trust me, Tori, I would not set anyone into your panel one. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, Ellie, can you go ahead and migrate over? Ellie. So actually, Jen, if you could get here we go. Ellie's right here.
Okay, thank you, Ellie.
And Ellie, if you could unmod Jen.
Sure. I was hoping one of the.
Unmod Jen, just so she doesn't have to feel responsible. This is just a temporary. This is
Just for
temporary.
today.
Yes, just today, guys. Just so the chat is able to not be antagonized while we're enjoying our evening. That's what's going on.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, right here.
So anyway, she was inside town.
He does it.
Oh,
Michael, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I got a mouthful of muffins.
That's cool.
Pleasure.
Pleasure. Yeah, I love the fact that you've got the little square in the corner.
Picture in picture.
And that's with Streamlabs.
Yeah, so if you have like a
Streamlabs.
current phone, the current like updates have been like really stabilized, so the software is like pretty it's pretty high quality. You're able to like stream in 1080p as well. So instead of like the standard 720,
Right.
it's just extremely crisp quality video. And the disconnection feature that YouTube had, so if you like drop connection, you know how Stream will ink, it doesn't do that. I'm able to like turn my phone off, turn it back on, and get right back into it with this one. So yeah, Stream Labs. I honestly, it's my primary.
Yeah, because I was like, how does he do that? I want to do that because like how nice it is to see you down here and then see the.
And it's so cool because you could have scenes set up so you could, if you just wanted like picture in picture, and then you know what, now I want full screen. You would simply be able to like, I can tell you. So right now we're on full screen. We went to this little store right here.
I guess I get that.
You could switch to like the picture in picture. So we can go back to the picture. Then it would like picture in picture. So like if I was doing an interview, to kind of get like a tighter angle and eliminate the phone. It is super cool. If you have any questions, email me. I have my email on my Denver Scientology audit. J DSA. Yeah, I'm Denver J.
Okay, Denver J. Okay.
Yeah. For a while. I mean, I was the guy that a serial member attack. I don't know if you saw that roll around.
I lived in Denver, so that first caught my eye
Yeah.
when I saw you there. So yeah, so
Yeah. Well, if you have any questions, please reach out. I don't mind though.
and this is yours here, right?
Yeah, that's my rig. Yeah, that's the protest mobile. Yeah, the whole setup. So we've been doing the security streams these past few nights, where I have the stream.
I saw that.
Yeah. So she was right.
Because they are
Okay.
they're selling it right now.
I noticed
So
that
they
the whole.
just put a screen all across the front of the property so you can't see street level, but you could get a mushroom space over there, pop up and boom, right into it.
That is it. Maybe, so do you think it's tomorrow, like morning, afternoon? Yeah.
Probably either afternoon or evening.
Evening.
They're setting up lights, so my guess is
Yeah,
they're-
probably
it's
evening.
evening.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Thank
Yeah,
you for
because they just put like a 10-foot wall up
Right. I might be able to just get,
with your pop into there.
right.
Like
Yeah.
tonight, that's could be your audit, you know?
Is Serge out here today?
He's in the car waiting.
Oh, okay. I was like, I know y'all are, units. So I was like, where's Serge? He's got to be around. I'll see him when he's ready. But
Yeah, he's around this weekend, right?
yeah. Are y'all going to the show?
Yeah, Serge is in it.
I don't know.
Is he dancing?
He sings.
Oh, he's singing.
With Laura, yeah.
Yes, awesome. Well, I'll see y'all there for sure. I'll
See him.
awesome. Sounds good, Michael. Cool.
Well, I'm just telling you,
I know.
24 years,
I know.
of course.
I know.
I mean, I've had a ton of people.
Yeah, today it's last
See,
month.
he's already made
It's
it
just like a little while. Can't forget.
Me too. I agree.
Bill Nye.
Don't I,
Becky, I'm talking about it.
That's right.
No,
Feature Becky in the house. This is a good vibe. Switch up the energies, yeah. Feature Becky in the house with a good vibe. Switch up the energies.
Sorry.
You're good.
You and I, we need to talk.
Oh,
Did
okay.
they ever call?
No, they didn't.
I thought so, but don't worry, we got their number.
Oh yeah.
I'll be back.
How's it going, brother? Are you good today?
He ate already,
Okay, awesome. Cool. Awesome.
and he's going home,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're going with
Carlos,
me?
you gonna awesome.
I'm
Yeah,
taking it. I'll be, no, I'll be back.
Yeah. I'll
I'll be
see you. Well, in the meantime, I'll see. Be safe. Let's get him back. Hold on. Let me mute this.
Can you mute?
Yeah, just in case. Hold on.
Then how do I mute that?
Okay, we are done.
I know.
Okay, there we go. Let me see if we're if y'all can see me well. I don't even remember where we left off. But It was just
I was gonna tell you this thing about the ministry
what when you say ministers, what do you mean?
because
Because I'm never in.
you said that lady was a Scientologist.
100%.
Yeah. And so this minister asked me to speak at a conference. And I get it. And it was a really good talk, and they flew in Stephen Kent from Canada. So we're there talking, and before it started, I said to the guy that was my friend, they're gonna be there. And he goes, no, this is invitational. And I said, look, I know Scientology, but you don't. They're gonna be here. And so he said, it's not gonna happen, it's invitational.
And this was at a
College.
like an auditorium style. Okay.
So I walk in and his hair is all like sticking out, like freaked out.
Right.
Can you guys hear this? I hope they can.
I know they.
I don't know if they can.
Well, remember how like for sure this is getting.
No, you're good with yours.
Oh yeah, and I mean they should hear you
They
good too.
should hear me.
Tori's chat. Can you all hear Tori well?
Can you guys hear me?
It's
Put a 1 if you can hear me. 1 if you hear me, 2 if you can't.
I just started doing that with chat,
1
and
if you hear me, 2 if you can't.
we can hear you. Ellie says that they can hear you.
They can't?
Can.
Oh, they can't? Did you see him? Okay,
One,
1.
one,
Okay, good,
one.
good, good. Okay, good. So I'm talking about this. I went to this college to speak. This is in the early 2000s with Dr. Stephen Kent from Canada. And I tell him Scientology is going to get in. And he goes, no, no, this is invitation only. So now I show up and his hair is like all sticking out. He's like freaked out. And I go, what's up? And he goes, they're here. And Barbara Wiseman had traded her, her ticket for one of their tickets. So she's in the thing. And this is right after 9/11.
Thank everybody for that. Great.
And so we give our talk about fair game. Stephen talks about fair game as a doctor, professor.
Says
No.
um says Kio. I didn't say anything about
Hello.
sewing. And you're welcome. Feel better.
Hi.
Hey, Audrey LA, how you doing? We're doing good. We're just vibing, story time. We need a little campfire. That's the only thing we're missing, right, Tori?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we need a campfire.
I mean, why haven't we set that up? An SBTV camp, like an actual camping trip. I mean, squirrels in the squirrels in the trees.
Squirrels in the trees.
I love that.
How's it going, ladies?
Well, just having a quick run around, wanted to get some filming around. I didn't realize how big this building is.
I know.
See, like,
Yeah.
you
I
go
know.
around it.
It's a lot.
What could they be filling?
Nothing anymore, but it used to be really filled. I was in it for 30 years.
Right, I know. And you were here at this one?
Yeah. Not at this. I worked in this building for a short time, and they were paying me. The Sea Org get $35 a week. I was getting $1,000 a week. But we had to get Dianetics to #1, and we did. And then they fired us.
Wow.
And so we said, all right.
How many, I mean, there's a lot of room. How much, like, what capacity do you think it is? Like,
I have no idea. I mean, it was a hospital, the whole place.
Are you a nurse?
No, she's
No.
not a Scientologist.
Oh,
I was in Scientology. I worked in that building for a short time, not about a
My
year.
friend was born here. One of my best friends was born here. So like,
Yeah.
it just upsets her that it's a Scientology.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna run in soon and want to meet up.
I love your SP decorations. Your goldenrod.
I know. My viewer Aaron hooked me up. It's like for safety. He's always bugging about lights. So like she gave me this to try to light me to get me lit.
No, I didn't finish the story.
So I said, yeah, let me
It's
find
on
it. Like,
an
I
LA
came to this
thing.
color. I'm like amber. I'm like cool. That's
Here, I'll show
perfect.
you.
this is super cool. I need to get me
This
something.
is this who showed
Yeah.
up. Hang on.
Yeah, I'll go.
There you go. Now we can see you. There you go.
Hi everyone. Oh, that's
All
good.
right.
So you guys having a good night? All right, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're just
Chilling.
enjoying the vibes, really.
That's awesome. Do you know what's going
Trying to
on?
keep track of the time. I don't know. Heard a little bit about it. What do you know about what's happening tomorrow?
Huh? No.
Yeah, we heard a little bit about what's happening tomorrow. Sounds like
It's
they said that for some event.
Yeah, they're preparing. They're putting all the barriers so they can't
It's
see
probably
through.
the Paris Ford replay.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
He makes such a big deal out of
Paris
nothing.
Ford replay.
I thought,
The reopen was it a reopening or a grand opening?
I think it's the ideal, or it's changed into an ideal or from an or
Oh, okay. So like a class 5 to ideal.
going in. I've been out thankfully for 24 years.
Yeah.
yeah, or I thought maybe for Mother's Day they're trying to do something for the mom.
No, that's
Try to
too thoughtful.
Not to recruit people. That's what Michael I was thinking.
Because think of how many families they've broken up. They can't
I meant
practice.
just to like recruit people, like just like an event for the community. No. Okay, so it's brainstorming. We'll have to come by and check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
Well, it was good talking to you.
Okay.
We have to go meet up.
Yes.
Y'all be safe. Good seeing you, bye guy.
Finish the story.
Oh my gosh, you'd think it'd be me because but no, he's the here. I haven't had anything. He's on his third tour.
Oh, we probably be best friends. I'm constantly thinking about food. After you and right after you. Oh my god, hold on. Let me see if I can get this deal.
Especially when you saw her somewhere. Huh?
Move your thumb.
Especially when you saw her like.
Great. But I need to get I like with the stands where you can just put it down.
Yeah, it's easier.
Yeah, it is. You have to hold it all the time. It's all.
About Kitty woke up.
I'll just put it anywhere.
Okay. All right. It's just a card.
Thanks for the food, DOA.
You can go
Here,
back.
I can hold it.
That's so cute.
Oh my
All
God,
right, so I'm
this
going to
dog's
finish the
cute.
story.
Yes. So
So-
they did show up.
See it?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
again.
I'm so
It's okay,
sorry,
baby.
baby. Let me turn this off because
He's friendly.
oh, he's so
What's his name?
sweet.
Onyx.
It's so
Want to
sad.
pet him?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, he loves.
Yeah, they
He's
baby.
a friendly dog.
That's not a baby.
I was going to tell you.
What a cutie.
Wait till these guys.
Yes, yes. Yeah, and let me make sure we're still in the frame. It's a good opportunity. So
Us
Cool.
too.
I
He's
just gotta.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
still a
yeah.
puppy.
Oh my goodness, he's got those puppy strength.
Yeah,
He
you can-
smells my chihuahuas.
Yeah, he's like a lion. It's like a whole workout walking with him.
Baby. Oh, well, okay, thanks for letting us meet him. Oh, I think I'm stuck. My battery's going down, so I'm getting nervous.
All right, get going.
Oh.
Get the rest of the film before your battery's out.
No, this my chair battery.
Oh.
There we go.
All right, so,
That looks good. Yes.
okay.
Just back to what we were talking about, guys.
So we're at the college. We speak about fair game. She raises her hand at the end. Now remember, it's all ministers that are there. She raises her hand and goes, I really feel like the world is in such a bad place. We should just put our attention on all positive things. In case you didn't hear it, this minister, it's a minister's meeting, and I'm speaking to him and Dr. Stephen Hassan. And this Scientologist ends up trading places so she can be in it. And she raises her hand after 9/11 and says, I really think the world is in such a bad place. We should just be positive. And they were all ministers, so they all kind of cave in. That's it. So we walk outside, it's like, what a drag. We walk outside, and this is where I learned this. Scientology will always prove what we're doing is true. They always do shit that proves it's true.
What do you
And
mean?
sure enough, here were these kids outside passing out pamphlets against Dr. Stephen Ken. Fair game, right? We're talking about fair game, and they're fair gaming them outside the thing.
That's,
She's gotten to calm down.
well, that's where we need to head with this. We need to be fair gaming them now, like in whatever ways that we're able to legally. like,
Okay, well, let me finish this
Go ahead,
and then we'll do that because they're two different subjects
okay,
and I want to finish this.
yes.
So that happens. So now the ministers freak out, put a circle around me and walk me to my car.
Yeah, no,
Because your imagination is way worse than reality.
In terms of how it operates.
Thing, it's like what you think they can do, what versus what they're really going to do.
Way worse. Oh, okay.
But they're thinking, oh my God, they could kill her.
Yeah.
So they get me to my car. I go home. A couple days later, the minister from the whole thing, that my friend, says, look, they want to talk to me personally, privately. They want to talk to the minister privately. So I say, okay, I'm going to tell you something. These guys lie through their teeth. They're going to lie to you. And you've never done Scientology. So you're going to be out there on a limb looking like you don't know anything. And he goes, well, will you come? And that's what made me think of it. So I said, yeah, I'll come. So
I'll go, please.
they have 13 minutes to talk, and we have 13 minutes to talk, or the minister does.
Okay.
So they talk, they can no longer talk. They used to, in the old days, be able to do what they call Div 6 lectures, where anybody could get up and just talk about Scientology and get people in. But then in the 90s, they said, no, that can't happen because the critics went to court and said, look, he says ARC, which is a Scientology term, he explains it this way. The way I do it, explain it this way. So there isn't a standard fact. And the judge says, you're right. So that's it on that. So everybody, it's, field opens. So now Scientology says if anybody's going to talk about Scientology, it has to go through verification, right? Which is a long process because it has to be exactly for LRH. And
I see. It's like
right?
a PR, like a public relations
Yeah.
capacity. It
But
needs to
now
be
they're trying to make it standard so that nobody else can legally talk about it, right? It doesn't work because the judge already said anybody can.
right.
But for Scientology now, they can't. So they're just reading L. Ron Hubbard's shit. That's all they can do. They can't talk. They can just read his stuff. So they read the code of a Scientologist, right? Man has the inalienable right to free speech, free thought, all this shit. Okay, they finished. Now it's my friend, the minister's turn. And everything he says, there's three of them there. Two of them are OTs and one is an attorney. Like only Scientology would bring an attorney to a meeting, right?
Right.
So each one of them lies, and I know them personally, all three of them. And I know they know what he's saying is true because they know it.
Right.
But they lie and go, I never saw that. Have you? No, I never have. Have you? No. And all three of them, on and on. They go on about this. They all go on and on and on and on about it. And at the end, he's out on a limb, looking like, he doesn't know what he's talking about, right? And so I go like this, because I had thought when I was at my house, what should I bring? I'll bring my SP declare, which is laminated, right?
Okay.
And I go, and when I walked in,
That's a golden raw document.
Watch out for the yellow hats. The yellow hats, man. The yellow hats. Watch out for the yellow hats.
and so when I walked in, the head guy, the head minister, gave me this filthy look. I'm just like fly out. I'm just going to fly beyond flying. And I was like, okay, man, give it your best shot. We'll see how it unfolds. Because I knew how it was going to unfold. Because truth is on our side. That's the thing. Truth is on our side. It doesn't matter how we look or how we act. Truth is on our side. And that's the bottom line, Miscavige. You will never, ever win for that reason. Because truth is on our side. And you're lying through your teeth. Not you guys, but Miscavige.
Yes. Speaking to you,
Yeah,
so get this over to Miscavige right now.
Yeah,
They're
they're listening. You're lying through your teeth, and we know it. Your nose is getting longer and longer and longer. Pinocchio.
That's a good one, and it's the truth.
It's the
But that's why it's not sustainable. It's going to be their own demise because we can stand behind the truth with strength, and they have to hide behind fear of lies and lie to each other until it sounds like the truth. It's just insanity, Tori.
Right though.
It is.
So-
Oh, kitty, kitty.
So
Oh, she went right in. She was like, "Yes, please."
yes, please. This is good. So now I raise my hand to that guy that gave me the really dirty look, and I say, "Could I just ask a question?" And he goes, "Go ahead." And I said, "Okay."
I'm leaving. I have to say
God.
goodbye.
Pleasure.
Bye, sweetheart. Bye,
You
take care.
can't leave. You didn't route out.
Yeah, baby.
They're definitely trying
I gotta go feed my baby. I got a new kitty, so I gotta go.
Oh, okay.
She's very little.
Oh,
That's why. I'll be back tomorrow.
so I say, "Can I ask the question?" The guy says, "Yeah." I say,
How's
"Okay."
it going there?
He's busy. Well, I say, "Look, you just said man has the inalienable right to free speech and free thought. But the fact of the matter is, you declare people suppressive, and because they're suppressive, now no one is allowed to talk about it." And the minister looks at
me out.
the minister, that's the big head guy, looks at me and he goes, "Do they really do that?" And I said, "Oh yeah." And I have my esprit de declare there, and I bring it out, and he goes, "They don't put it in writing, do they?"
Oh my.
He just freaks out, and then that was the end of the party. I mean, I passed it around,
Yeah.
but he came over to me and he said, "I cannot tell you how sorry I am. I really apologize. I knew what had happened. They'd gotten him over there and just, made me sound like the top secret CIA agent or whatever. You know what I mean?
Had it all plain as day.
Yeah. And he bought it. And then once I said that, it was like, and showed him the SP declare. I mean, they dug their own hole. See, that's
Right.
why I say they will always prove we're right.
Oh yeah. It's crazy.
It's like I have a
it's
million
impressive that
examples.
they're actually able to sustain. They've been able to sustain to this point with how later.
Are you leaving? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have a bedtime. I'm old.
I'm so curious.
You're old? I'm 76. How
Party animal. I don't have it in me.
I know the other night we were at UCLA because I was watching Jess just to make sure she was okay. And I was up till 4, and somebody's like, "Tori Magoo's on there?"
Yeah, I can't. I can't do it. All right. I'll
Good
see
night.
you guys.
Sleep tight.
Just get locked in sometimes.
Huh?
Some of the content is so engaging. Like you get locked in, you lose track of the time.
I do.
Oh, you don't? I do. I okay.
So I'm like 4 in the morning. It's nothing. For me.
So
I mean, I usually go to bed by like 1 or 2, but
on average,
when this kind of stuff's going on,
yeah, but like when are you thinking you're waking up? Like once the early brunch time? Lunch brunch?
because of epilepsy, I always sleep 7.5 to 8 hours sleep, no matter what. So you'll see me at a party when I'm on my regular schedule. I'll be like, "All right, we gotta go," because I know what I have to do to get ready, to get in bed, to get to sleep.
Yeah.
But most people don't take sleep that seriously. They're starting to because they've done enough studies.
Oh,
to
yeah.
realize it's really important.
Less than 8 hours of sleep, with sustained periods of time.
What is it?
It's dangerous to not get. I forget the exact number it is, but yeah, it's dangerous not to get the appropriate amount of sleep.
I think it's.
Roman, who's Danny? Danny, Cloud Kitty is yours, right? Huh? Cloud Kitty's dog. It almost seems like she seems a little like
She
squirrely.
used to go to the bathroom or something. She's been with me for a while, and she just all of a sudden started flipping out.
Yeah, she's a little squirrely now. Cute.
No, probably
Just take her for a little
hungry.
bit and then bring her back. But maybe set her on the grass. It's just
Not right now. They have to be vaccinated first before putting them on the ground.
Really? Where do they go?
They could get a lot of illness.
No, I said, where do they go? Do you have a little kitty litter in your? Okay, So yeah, put her in the,
in a crib box.
yeah, just see if she has to go or something.
It's a he.
Oh, it's a he, sorry.
What do you want?
Hard to keep track of all these animals. Because I think Laura's is a she, right?
Yes, Foxy.
No, you're, that's a he, and Foxy's a she.
She.
Yeah. Anyway, isn't that a good story?
Yes, it definitely was.
But it really proves, like she's saying about you. See, that's what they were trying to say about us with the minister.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Exactly.
You were
You've never
never-
been in there. Yeah, exactly. Interesting. It's crazy how it's still today.
But you can still ask people now. You could say, okay, what is this part of written by L. Ron Hubbard? Man has the inalienable right to free speech, free thought, and they go, yes, exactly. So I have a question for you because I've been with my friend was in Scientology for 30 years and is now out, and no one will talk to her. No one. So where's the free speech? Where's the free thought? And that's something you can say.
I need a clip. Somebody get a clip of this. I gotta write it out in a way to get like pretty much to be able to get it out properly. So I keep hearing
Why don't you get it out properly?
well no it's just like I want to be able to have it to be able
So
to
it's
like,
your own.
or like so it comes out naturally. I need to like take what you're kind of giving me and like have it phrased for me to
You to say.
come through. But I think like
You can't.
yes, absolutely. And that'd be a really good inside dig beyond the confrontation chat and my suppression routine, because that one is probably comical to them for to hear. It's kind of corny,
Yeah,
but
it's not.
then to kind of get deeper into the
Yeah.
actual
The free speech thing.
it's the Hubbard, it would be lectures where he's describing those things, right?
No, it's the Scientology code. I think it's in the Code of Honor or it's
Okay.
in the Code of the Scientologist. One of those two. And you
It's
could look
like
it
a
up on the internet.
standardized.
Yeah. And it's like 10 steps. And one of them is man has the inalienable right to free speech, free thought.
Awesome.
So they had just quoted it. And so I said, okay, you quoted it, but here's my SP to say.
Exactly. Exactly.
They were like freaked out. That's why they hate me,
yeah.
because I know how to get 'em.
Yeah, you have the inside dig that really burns at the end of the day. Hey,
It's their truth, and they're not applying. See, all they would have to do to take back their church would be to stop saying it's a religion, because it's not. It's a business. Or change it to a religion, but stop being a business. You see what I mean? It's like one or the other, but you can't do both. And then, and they say, well, we can't do church donations. Yeah, but donations and charging are two different things.
right, like being asked like or like if you can or like it's not required to when you go to most parishes, it's not like you have to pay to be a part of the service. Here, you can't attend service unless you're a member.
Here, you can't say you're a Scientologist.
And so you get like five or the IAS, right? Yeah, so that's the lowest entry
Yes, $500.
to just say you're an Scientologist.
Yeah, just to say you're, then you can do a course. But if you're not an IAS member, you can't do a course or audit.
I had met a guy who pretty much told me that he received his services by being an IAS member. So by being an IAS member, that afforded him low-level courses, and he would have access to like materials in the org. I don't know. He was like somebody. I think,
What'd you say?
Zach?
I think
Zach?
I think that's recycling. Yeah. Like a roll? No, don't.
No, not the roll on the other one. They're right by the
Okay,
roll.
well, I'm gonna grab one myself
Yeah,
as
they're.
well. Oh, yes, I want one.
See you guys later.
Yes, bye, guys.
Bye.
Danny.
Sorry. These? Or-
No.
Okay.
No, they're rolls. They're from Costco. They're right by the.
All right, guys.
Hello, Tori. How you doing? Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Okay, I'm doing well.
All right.
So,
Are they gone?
your offering has been received graciously and has been thoroughly pillaged. So there's no.
Really?
Yes. I've just been. That's what I've been told. Um,
I don't believe you. Here. I gotta go
this is
see
yours.
for myself.
Here, but DOA is cooking up brats. So I don't know. I don't know if you're a brat or it's
No.
yeah, I didn't think so, but you know, you never know. You never know. Might be feeling a little spicy today.
You never know. You never know. All right, get up. Getting up is the worst part. Because those chairs are really low.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, baby, I got it. Are you looking for someone? Okay. No. It's the one second I did.
He did an investigation.
Yes.
Where are you, Angel? Angel, you're an angel.
Over here with.
That's all right, I'll have it happen.
I got friends, Tori. What I do? Oh, another one. They sent another burger. They love you. Oh my God, they're just rolling me so hard right now. So now they've sent me two burgers. You know, and they're trolling me because they're mad at me for being bigger and cost. So they're trolling me by sending burgers here. Good job, Frank. All right, see you later. It's funny what you want. I'll give it time. So when we start. Thank you. I know. Woo.
Thank you.
All right. Oh.
Oh my God.
I
We got McDonald's, we got Wendy's. What else did you go next?
This chair is like on the ground.
So guys, we need to add a better chair to Tori's wish list. We need to get something with the. It needs to be at least three
A little higher.
three feet, 3.5 feet or so. Like I'd say, yeah. So let's get a better chair in Tori's Amazon wish list. I think. Ellie, did I see you get at, her wish list in chat earlier? I think Ellie might have figured out your wish list somehow. Was there an issue with it or something? Was there? Because it sounds like you're not monetized yet, and you should be with
No, I
900
don't know
videos.
how to do it.
No, that's not.
And I've had DOA try it. He couldn't. I've had Love It try it. She
Oh my
couldn't.
goodness! Wow. Do you have this little like? There's another app. that looks like this. Here, let me get a better picture for these guys. Yeah, they're.
One of my little sandwiches, but they're already eaten.
I know they went fast, huh?
No, I brought them from Costco.
So
Me making anything is a non-existent thing.
you have an app that looks like this.
I might.
Okay. Well, you know what? In the future, we'll have to touch base like away from all this, and maybe like just over coffee or something. We could see if I could try. I'm gonna be here tomorrow.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So there's not even a rush. You know what I mean? We could casually.
You don't have my phone number there?
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what happened.
I think you gave me yours, but maybe you didn't write down mine. Why don't you just
Yeah.
write it down?
Okay. So if you want to just put it in?
I'll put it in.
Yeah. Just yeah. No rush, but yeah. And let me hold on before you start typing in. Let me see what they're seeing, and I'm gonna
Did you
start
put my name in there?
where. So go ahead and punch it in. And wait, well, before you do that, let me make sure they're not looking. Hold on, sorry, hold on. I want to make sure this camera's not looking at your number.
My number's on the internet.
Okay, still okay. You should be good.
Bye, guys.
Later, I'll see you.
That's fine. Whoop, make sure I don't clip you.
You're good. You're good.
Got it?
You're all good. Yeah, should be good.
Okay, now do I call it?
Yes. Yes.
I'm good, thanks. Yeah. Well, you know what?
I don't see how to make it. This isn't how you make a contract.
Are you on? Are you on? Do not disturb. Is this maybe a landline?
No.
Why isn't it calling?
Hmm?
It wasn't ringing you. Why? Why do we have the hardest time doing this, Tori? Here, but the thing is, the good part is I have your number. As long as this is it.
Yeah, but
Okay, then we're good.
remember that's me?
Well, I'm gonna add it right now.
But if you ever forget, it's on the internet.
You appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank
Let me
you.
get you up extra.
Long line of
Oh, you're eating. I was gonna let you feed them.
oh, oh, cute. That is so cute, Daddy. What are you feeding her?
Oh no, it's like
Him.
tuna slur.
That's what it was. He was hungry. You. All right, good.
We finally did it, guys. Or I think I finally did it.
Because I've got on the line.
Hey, thirsty.
What happened?
No, that's over. You need to get up on the water from things like I don't think I've had enough. I think I have to do it.
Right? And just like you just see like William just being like
So you can always use that story.
saying it.
I'm gonna have to get some clips. Um, have our conversations tonight.
Mhm.
So, check on the mics to make sure they're not gonna die. I need to get a drop here.
Well, that's weird. Mine might be way down. You see?
Yeah.
About a little bit less than half. 43. That's not too bad.
That's pretty good.
No, we're at 43%, guys, on Tory's side.
Yeah, last night it was 28 by the time I got home.
Oh my goodness.
He's like fucking winding myself up. I'm like, I can do it. And so all of a sudden I'm
You've got all these nasty things.
Woo!
Oh, I know.
And I felt about that.
Oh, here's another dog. I don't know whose baby that is.
Candy, you're so cute. I gotta show my
Yeah,
child.
it's like literally devouring their dinner, his dinner.
Is he? Is
Well, it's like a tree. You could say.
it's like a treat? Oh, cute. It's definitely a treat he likes.
He can Flop Kitty approves. Who did it?
Where did my yellow hat go?
It's right here. I've been holding on to it.
Oh, thank you. Where's yours?
And mine's bigger than yours.
And yours is goldenrod. Mine's yellow. But that's okay. 'Cause you're far more surprised.
No way. Don't even. Oh, goodness. It is fun, though, because today in Pasadena, just people walking by. Hey, how's it going? I'm Jay. You know what's going on here? So just making sure. And there was a few times where, like for one instance, there was a father and his son passing by, just kind of trying to explain to him. I've recently been learning a lot more about this. When the time's right, make sure you tell your family and whatnot.
Right.
Not like tell your son about Scientology, just like please make sure that keep in mind and tell your family about what's going on with this. Because I saw he had a young man, and as they were walking away, he's like pointing, obviously having the conversation.
Good.
It is.
I always do with young people. I walk up to them and I go, just so you know, your life is in danger. And they go,
What?
it is? Why? And I go, you're 15 minutes from Scientology. That starts the
That is a
conversation.
great
I know.
opener. Man,
It's really great.
Julie's got this.
Another one.
But that's from years of speaking out and protesting and coming up with. And I finally, that's my favorite line, and it's the most receptive. And the other one is
Do you
people.
mind if I use it?
Rolls?
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, the more people that use it, the more people are going to get educated.
That's super engaged.
See,
Like,
the other thing I say is get the business cards. You have one of my cards, right?
guys, yeah, I'm about to get a Tory Magoo business card. Recognize an OTA, real recognizing real over here.
But here's the thing: I've got to update them because they're. I think it's maybe it's okay. It's got Xenu. I don't know if Xenu TV is still happening. I don't know. But anyway,
We'll take a peek later. But Xenu.net is still good.
yeah, Xenu.net. I say do Xenu.net and my YouTube site. Those two things.
You mind?
Because they can do it
looked,
too.
yeah, it looked like all like public information.
The people that pass these out, the better. Because this is factual. See, you can say whatever you want to say, but people walk away and they got other shit that comes on.
I know.
You see what I mean?
I got the.
And they don't remember. But if you give them a card, just like what?
The people in the back are just flashing their head.
Because they really are an incredible color. And Pittsburgh is somebody who's harassing stops protesting.
Okay.
And here they are.
Oh,
So we're gonna figure this out.
I
You
said
know-
use Whole Foods.
Oh, it doesn't work that way.
I guess we have to be careful not to give too much.
No.
Oh, that's right, because it's not Amazon. Oh, they can do it through Jessica Palmerdessa.
They're gonna be going down.
She's on my system.
But the thing is, we would need her for us.
She said, no, she has it on it. She has a PO box. They already sent her. They already
Okay,
sent her.
perfect. Okay. So it looks like and I had no problem with that, right?
It's like a 10.
Yeah. So it sounds like Tori's wanting to use Jessica Palmerdessa's PO box, and it's public probably her PO box. 'Cause people probably send her all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Put my name on.
yeah. So we'll have to look into Jessica Palmerdessa's PO address, and then we'll get that added to your wish list.
Yeah.
with your name.
Because some people have already sent stuff to me.
Well, they probably sent first the and in a little comment they say for Tory. So it's easy for people on Jessica's platform to send you stuff, but people on your platform, they don't have the ability to like they're buying it through Jessica's account where they could do it through yours and it goes to you.
Okay, so you can help me with it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and
Okay,
it
good.
shouldn't be something, no problem.
Will you-
If you're, yes, I got you. Yesterday I was trying to help out Laura promote her show tomorrow. So I went to West Hollywood and I was doing flyers all throughout around the venue. And you're just walking into business. Hey, how's it going? I'm coming into town for a good friend's concert or show up at the VIP room. Do you mind taking a few of these flyers, putting them out so customers will see? Hopefully, her show's sold out. Because that's the goal. I want it to be
Big jump.
good, yes,
Yeah, that's
good
really good.
energy.
It's gonna be a good show too, with her and Serge and then the band and everything.
Just a live guitarist.
Yeah.
Are you thinking is it too much? Something like that.
Oh, no, it isn't too much. It's just I have to deal with my son.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
And I don't.
I mean, it is nice.
It's real. I'm really strict on stuff like that. Like Weight Watchers, I go every Thursday night.
Yeah, no.
And
You
it's
have to
like
have a
people
schedule.
go, no, you gotta come to this, and I go, no, I go to Weight
I
Watchers.
don't know if you have any.
And now I only go 2 times a month to Weight Watchers because I'm at goal weight for 14 years.
So
So-
that would be like optimal or like your target or like what do you mean by that goal weight?
Everyone has a
The
weight,
flyers are more.
but you have your high weight and your low weight. So their goal weight is whatever you pick,
Oh,
within that range. So I took the highest range because I know me. And their thing was if you gain 2 pounds up above your goal weight, then you have to start paying again. And I knew me, if I had to start paying again, I would have been like, forget it.
You
So-
found it.
So I did the top thing, and then I dropped down another 10 pounds. And so now I can just play within that 10 pounds. And I do it all the time. I mean, I'll be up, I'll be down. And the lady that helped me lose 100 pounds said, Tori, I have never, ever seen anyone gain weight as fast as you can and lose weight as fast as you can in 1 week,
Right.
in a week.
So Weight Watchers isn't just about losing weight. They are also about helping you.
No, it's a ton. Well, they
What
can
is
help
it?
you.
Like if I approach them saying, hey, I'm having trouble gaining weight,
It's a lot.
they may be able to help me understand a protein or like a regimen to get to my targets. Interesting. So I always knew it to be the reduction. Like they would help you.
It's mostly reduction, but
Right,
the other thing is for gaining weight, because my son was very tall and lean like you,
right.
and he wanted to gain weight. And so what I did was I went to a health food store and I got a really high protein drink, high calorie protein drink. And I got him what?
Oh no, I think the Mox found. I think Kylie found it. So this looks like Jessica's PO box.
Okay, so
So
what do we do?
well, I think we'll have to do it on stream
Okay.
tomorrow or something.
Okay.
Yeah. But it looks like,
Thank
yeah, no, Ellie, thank you so much. And anybody who's desiring to support Tori and get her the chair she needs and some heated blankets, maybe a heated jacket. Yes, y'all are too sweet, guys. We're gonna figure out how to get this working for her. And it is not right that you do not have monetization on. We should see, there should be little super stickers flying up here for Tori.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta do the monetization.
I know, and we're gonna figure it out. Trust me. Because do you have like a computer?
I have a desk.
Right. So with that alone, we'll be able to figure it out. Trust me. I just gotta send you a link and then we'll make it happen. I'll make it real easy for
We
you.
get just a lab, so I don't have to.
Yeah.
That's
Well, laptops are great and all. It's just they have a lifespan.
I know.
So for me, I have like this insurance that protects it protects.
The desktop is done.
So if I had 4 walls, I would have a desktop. I have a desktop like in Texas that my parents use. My mom always has me up on the stream. We might be up on the 75-inch TV right now. Hi, Mom. But yeah. Long story short, for a home use case, desktop all good. It's powerful. It's more serviceable.
Yeah.
A laptop is more like a
Temporary.
convenience. Yeah, convenience of
Yeah.
like transport and they yes, but like you want to make sure it's serviceable
Right.
because a lot of times you're gonna have to pay close to half and more to like get a battery replaced or something. So I think you may just have maybe good where you're at right now with that stuff.
I want you to come over and check.
Yeah, we'll get it off here.
When I go, you know what? We got to get rid of this and just buy a new one because they're not that expensive. Desktop.
Right. I mean, you could, especially at certain times of the year.
Yeah.
When I had gotten
Mother's Day is coming up, so that's a big sale.
Oh yeah.
I'm in sale. I was in sales for 30 years, and Mother's Day is a big sale.
And that's like the
I mean, a
13th
ton
or
of
so,
money.
right? Around
I
like
think it's a 12.
the 12th.
I'm not.
I want to.
Make sure to call your mothers.
Yes.
Send them a card. Send them flowers.
Yes. Yes. See, and
Take them out to eat. What we do, if they're older, what my son and I do now, our new secret trick is rather than go, because I don't cook, so rather than
Like 3 rounds of
go out to eat on the day of any holiday, because they're all mobbed on the holiday, we go the night before.
that's still a meaningful connection. That's what the point of it is. It's not the day.
No.
But just so everybody does know the day, it is May 12th.
Yes, sir. Yes, I did.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I thought the 13th. I was close enough.
I think the 13th is some Scientology event. I
Oh.
think. It might be Dianetics, the birthday of Dianetics.
This month?
Yeah. I think it's May 25th. I'm not sure. My mother, like right down the street from AO. AO is that building in the corner,
Yeah,
right
that's
next to it.
organization.
Used to be Bridge. And I worked there for a brief time. And my mother-in-law was in town, and she was in Scientology in 1950 in New Hubbard. So
Hubbard.
yeah. So yeah, it was 1950. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's kind of a public figure kind of business in that sense.
So they'd go to all his conventions. He mentions them in his tapes. Hello to Wing and Smoky Angel and Flo and Paul Bazazian. That's them. So she wrote him and said, Why did you say hi to us? And he said, because you kept Scientology alive in Chicago. Oh, so anyway, now I forgot what I was saying about it. Let me see. Hold on. What was the other thing? Yeah. And Flo and Paul Bazazian, there was something about it. All right, chat. You're supposed to remember. Somebody's supposed to remember. Let's see if this thing. I told them somebody has to remember.
Yeah,
I
okay.
can't
Who's on
remember.
it tonight? Who's
let's
paying
see.
attention?
Thank
Somebody
you for
help us
your
out.
generosity. PayPal. All right. Thank you, guys.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Awesome.
Went through. Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind.
Yes.
Very kind. And I'm getting my camera that you guys helped pay for. It's on its way.
Nice. Look
Earbuds taken care of. Wow. What is that? Tori Magoo, donations are never expected. Okay. All right. I always appreciate it. Okay. Thank you, Ellie. That's cool.
Yeah, Ellie's she holds it down.
She's cool.
Yeah, you're gonna like it.
Then go her.
Oh, you heard that, Ellie?
I know, I'm teasing.
No. And you know what? If she, trust me, she would probably really might like it. But you got to talk to her about it. Like, y'all,
Remember, I'm usually late at night.
yeah. So it might not work out, but it might be fun for the days that you're early. You know?
Yeah, when I'm early.
Yeah, like now.
Yeah. Jessica Palmadessa, add an email to Jessica so she can expect it for Tori. Aw, thank you. Wow, these guys are sweet.
Oh yeah.
I was just telling my hairdresser how wonderful all you people are. I said, it's so amazing.
Oh, I know.
Isn't it?
For example, my windshield got like it was just a full split. No, this was a few weeks ago, and humbly speaking, I graciously asked if the community could help me get $360 to replace my windshield, and it wasn't any more than 20 minutes. So, like I'm not, I don't ask. I only, if I'm gonna ask, it's gonna be something serious.
Yeah.
And like, look, this is, either I could get pulled over, or it could get
Yeah.
in, a
Yeah,
safety
yeah.
issue, all sorts of issues. Um, and yeah, like my mother was always concerned about kind of how this is and what's going on. But what she's seen, like kind of just the community come together and how gracious or how
Yeah.
generous they are is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
She has no worries.
It's so clean.
Yeah, like
It's so amazing.
whether it's people looking out for each other or whatnot, everybody's
My favorite.
We're just talking about how kind you all are.
oh yeah, the community like that is amongst all of us is just so pure and genuine, and it's easy to spot when there's an oddball that's working against the grain. Yeah, so it's comforting and it's reassuring to kind of be able to like be a part of,
Yeah.
even from an outsider's perspective as like a family member. I know my mother appreciates when she sees one looking out for the other and supporting each other by like whether we're just sharing each other's stream or whatever. Easy stuff like
I
the
was
stream.
checking out streets today, and he goes, "Oh, I'm just talking to my mom."
Streets is the best.
Streets is the best.
I haven't had a chance to tune in the streets in a minute, unfortunately.
I've been watching it because he was down at the UCLA
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, stuff is
Yes.
great.
Hello.
Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, we got 1, 2, 3.
I feel like
You are famous. I'm telling you, Tori.
Tori, you're the famous SP.
And Tori, careful with your head. I don't want you to knock it again.
Oh, yeah.
You almost did. I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost want to scoot you over here more, but we're good.
Yeah, we're good. How are you? What's new with you?
Today? Nothing really.
Nothing really.
Just almost getting arrested at the org.
Oh, for what?
Trespassing. Well, I mean, they gave me my warning unfairly. Right? I didn't trespass.
What did you do?
Nothing. I didn't do. I was yelling at the org. I mean, I was doing my, and they were interpolated. So they, got
A bad boy.
they turbulated so hard. But the officer was really rude, disrespectful. Sit down. And so I was like, we're not doing this case here. So I made a report against them, and
You what?
I made a report against the officer.
Good. Good. Yeah, because that's not needed.
No way they said I'm
The
just.
cop took a picture of me on his phone. I'm
And I
like,
hope you took a picture of that.
oh, I was recording that. I was like, why did you do that? He's like, well, I didn't think you would do that. You're right. I wouldn't, but you could have asked. Not just assumed.
Yeah.
He was asked. Anyway, I did what I could, and I turbulated the org, caught me from out the back door. Tried to get them to call their family. So how are you?
Yeah, remind him Mother's Day's coming up.
Mother's Day
The
is
12th.
12. All right, chat. Remember your mothers on Mother's Day, okay?
The 12th of May.
And to give Tori a big, good Mother's Day gift. She's my
No.
grandma out here, okay?
You just send kisses. I like your hat.
I made it.
Really? Wow.
It's fun.
That's pretty snazzy.
Tori's the famous spot if you have a Mother's Day. See this camera.
Ah,
Of course, look at her.
I feel embarrassed. There's nothing. I told one really good story. It was a good story, but
You've told many great stories.
I know, but that was a good one. The minister.
Oh yeah,
I love that story.
yeah. It's definitely.
Especially because I nailed them so. I mean, it was they nailed themselves.
where's my-
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like,
They served it on platter.
yeah,
They
I know. It was just incredible. As soon as they started reading Manatee Nail of a Right, I thought,
You knew it.
go.
You had him right there.
Do whatever you want. I got your back. And the minister was so happy. And all the other ministers were so overwhelmingly shocked. Because they had done this whole bullshit thing amongst the religious community, how great they are and blah, blah, blah. And then
Oh,
when this
yeah.
when this kid went down, I mean, it was bad news for them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's about the exact opposite of religion. It's nothing to do with
Your
religion.
gimbal is on a trip.
That's not mine.
No,
I-
that's Nancy.
Oh, it's yours. You were just trying to
I
remember
know. I
whose
was.
it was.
God, what, like we
I
were,
said, I know,
Spying on me.
I know it's a girl.
the camera's just been stacking up. Tori's certified famous.
I've been chatting on it with my other device.
Oh hell yeah.
To
funny.
not let him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like I had to bring a heavier jacket because I was
Oh,
so
yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
Last night, that's why I left, and I was like, I want to stay out longer tonight, so.
No, that's pretty
Fighting
cool.
on that.
What's the difference with a gimbal and this?
So a gimbal you can then screw off and then walk around and it's very stable and it doesn't make the camera all jiggly and
Okay.
stuff. And that's what I really like, to be able to be mobile or to just sit still
Okay.
and, record the going ons of what's happening.
And those are the main two things.
I think so. For me anyways. I mean, Jay has quite the elaborate setup. So you might want to talk to him about that if you haven't already. But yeah, I'm nowhere near Jay's status.
No, I know you've got all kinds of cool. I love the way you can check the sound and everything.
It's just
I gotta show my. So here's Jay's.
so you can see the voice meter popping
There's
when
his
either
voice meter.
yeah, you'll see Tori's meter popping in when you talk.
Yep, and here's you.
How's it going, guys? We're out
Yeah.
having time swimming
We're
again.
having a good time.
Absolutely great.
I sold
Butter
it
salt.
again.
Gimbal.
Yeah, I could do a butter salt again.
I was gonna say, my tripod's an extension of me.
This is Saul.
I
Saul, where are you from?
yeah.
Saul,
But
where are you from?
so I'm from, let's just say Sacramento. I will just call it Sacramento.
Is that where I first met you?
You saw me on DOA.
Close your eyes up
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you were with him.
And you did
Okay,
you took
there we
care
go.
of Wizzy in chat.
What did I do?
Remember Wizzy, that one guy, the Scientologist?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did that handle it?
Okay, I haven't seen him since.
It's back to
I
DOA.
haven't seen him in DOA's chat, my chat.
Wow.
I mean, you'd have to ask DOA, but I haven't seen him.
I can't remember what I did.
You interpolated him, Tori.
Did I tell him he had a small dick?
Why didn't you have the stream on? You gotta wait to say those things.
Oh shit.
To your stream that no one will-
Jesus, that was
No, I want it. I want that clip.
Say it again. Say it again.
oh my goodness.
It's not genuine.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna get this.
One of these days, these guys are gonna really hear my whole story, and then they'll realize some of this stuff. Yeah, it's like, I say it. Yeah, people. I know. It's like if they hear my whole life story,
That's
it's like,
amazing.
Very hard to get the phone.
Throw it, yeah, like.
it's so weird to me though.
I do the same thing.
All right, are you ready?
Oh, you want to say it? Hold on.
No, I don't want to say it, but
You
if you
don't
want me
No, I
to.
was messing with you.
Oh, you were messing.
I was just messing with you, Tori. It was cute. I loved it. That's why. So
Oh.
cute.
Well, what's happening there?
Oh, I'm just giggling. I'm checking on the frame.
Oh, you can read your thing. Oh, that's
Yeah,
so
I just
cool.
wanted to make sure we're still in frame. And
Everybody has two phones but me.
I don't have two.
well, guys, we need to get a second phone on Tori.
Oh, don't
You don't need two phones.
But how can you get an inexpensive second phone?
So, if you want to hear a little bit of how this second phone came to be, I wanted something off of Craigslist offer up, like an old one, because I just needed it for the chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Every time I went, either they were locked, cracked, not working. So, and then I said, okay, let me try the pawn shops. So I went to the pawn shops and it was like $200, $300. Oh, and it's carrier locked. Like
Sorry,
you have to go to this specific carrier. So it's like,
Thank you guys for being
you know
here.
what? It sounds crazy, but let me go to my carrier.
Right.
And because they always have crazy deals. Like
Sure.
add a line, you get a phone. Okay, so that's pretty much how it happens. Add a
You don't
line,
have
get
a
a
choice.
phone. It's like pretty much just paying for the service. People to do. So all the lines went down, and so like, it's just adding a line. So I'm just having to have a service for this one, and it's over a contract though. So that's the hard part. If you're not willing to maintain like a 36-month contract,
No, I'm already paying for you.
that's what I'm saying. It's not you. I honestly, chat loves you for who you are. So I don't think you need to step up. if you like,
Okay.
if you ever wanted to upgrade the
You're saying that you can check with
Got
her.
her.
It's too complicated.
Let's see. So,
Start a fire. Come on.
No.
We need a bonfire.
I know we really
cold?
do. I'm telling you, we need to have it like
You want my sweater?
a.
DOA.
Yeah.
But so yours disappears because of like the app.
What is that?
The app makes it disappear. Like
What do
it,
you mean?
look, let me show you this app. So if I was to click the chat, you see how it'll stay on
Oh,
forever.
what app is that?
It's Stream Labs. and
Streamlabs.
Streamlabs.
Well, why can't I get Streamlabs? It's really complicated.
No. Depending on what phone you have. Is it an S23?
No, it's a
The, the problem that normally is yes, see it's
Oh, it happened.
well, somebody put a bunch of thumbs up.
Wow.
They said it's a 3D tree.
It's a what?
A 3D printed tree.
Oh.
You know the 3D
Oh,
it really does look like
It-
unreal.
it does look unreal. It really does, especially when you look. I gotta switch it this way so these guys can see it. You look at these trees, they're like nude. They are.
They really are new trees.
They're new trees. You check out there's no bark, not any bark at all.
Tori, I got you a blanket.
What'd you get me?
Blanket.
Oh, thank you.
Asking you shall receive.
Thank you. Oh, nice.
Here you go.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. Hi, little baby. You want to come in? You want to come under?
Yeah, then get up and down.
Oh, don't knock
Down,
the
get it.
gimbal.
Yeah, I've got her, yeah. Up and down the tripod.
This is so cute.
Dogs and tripods.
So it's, we're gonna go first.
We're gonna go for a walk chat with Heather. Is she gonna walk with her? So I'm not gonna make go of
I'm totally good.
Not gonna go.
I've done it every night.
And when you come back, can I go with you down to the restaurant and go to the bathroom?
Yeah, definitely. Of course.
Do they know you?
Yeah, come on.
Oh,
Walk in there like you
so
really.
cute. I love those dogs.
We're gonna
I
go.
always wanted dogs like that.
Touchdowns.
Yeah, dogs.
Yeah, I had a dapple Dachshund, and they're they are really fragile little babies
I know.
because you can see they're elongated.
Yeah, I've heard they're very hard to, but she's the only one I've ever seen where she doesn't seem to have difficulty with them.
Yeah, it's well in the beginning it's no problem. It's when they start to get older. I have one in her later years, and about let me see if I can find a picture for you so I can show you. But about 4 or 5 years ago, she was paralyzed from the waist down, and she had to get spinal surgery, like to relieve, to create. Oh yeah, it was the whole thing. But let me see if I can find a picture of her because she's so beautiful. She got the chromaly, the chromatic eyes, where it's like the most. I think it's chromatic. Chat, is it chromatic eyes?
We
Let's
gotta
check.
look at it again. Yeah, there you are.
Chromatic
Baby,
eyes where they have
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Jay.
They give you like some kind of ointment or cream?
I mean, oh, they're saying you love me. No, Kim J. He's amazing.
Yes, we're having a wonderful evening, guys.
No, I think it's Kim. I think Ellie is. See, that's Ellie. See, it says Kim J is amazing and loves Tory-Christman. Are they talking about you or Kim J?
And
Some
I know.
why Jay is amazing and loves
Jay.
so much.
Yeah, so it's Jay. They're talking about you.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess
Just
I
say
just don't know
thank
what KY.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's okay.
I'm an hour behind the chat, but watching part replay. That's good. I
Replay.
love that Jay is there helping her. Me too.
Awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying my
I'm
company.
loving it. Yeah. Tori's so cute. She's like the mom of protests. I'm like the grandmother of protests. Amanda Beaumont Hilo. Aw. Amanda. Oh, chilly out here. Isn't it?
It really is, and it's 10 o'clock as well.
Who is the woman in Tory's road? Do you remember who that was? Maybe we'll get one of the windows.
Yes. Yes.
I thought it was Denise. I don't know.
Yeah, that was Nance with us, right?
I told you I'm awful with names.
I am as one. I don't
Remember,
have
Chad,
time.
you guys have to remember this
I
thing.
know you gotta remember. You gotta remind us stuff.
You gotta remind.
Growing up in Scientology, was Aaron in here?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, Smith Lovin right there.
Where?
So.
Oh
cool to
yeah,
see
so
you.
cool to see you out there every night. Aaron, I've been out here for 24 years. Get a grip, man.
Sorry, you're too funny. Oh my goodness,
Huh?
you're too funny. I love it so much. Let me see. I'm
But
trying.
thank you. I love. It's really fun being here with all these.
It really
guys.
is.
It really is. It's really a thrill for me, and they're so nice. I just can't believe how kind everybody's been to me. It's really been outstanding.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been around this many nice people. I don't know, in a really long time, like at least 24 years. I mean, my friends they're nice to me. Don't get me wrong,
Right.
but as a group, to have a group be this cool.
Oh yeah.
Scientology was never this cool. It's never.
Normally, no, you're good. Normally, the vibes are better than not. Like there's normally like a really great environment. It's not really awkward or people coming by. It's good. Really,
Everybody's different.
yeah.
You know,
And we're all different. Like
we're all different.
I would have never thought I would ever be hanging out. Like on a street out in Los Angeles in front of this building I had no idea about. Like 6 months ago, I didn't even know what the word Scientology was.
Really?
Yeah, and that's
6
listen up.
months ago?
So listen up, Scientology. Y'all have created such a trouble source for yourself that y'all are creating a community that is coming together based off of just wanting to address y'all as an issue. Like I've been able to engage wonderfully with Tory
Yeah.
simply based off of the fact of how they conduct themselves. So they are the ones who are causing us to connect.
I know. That's the thing. Since day one, I told you when I left.
Oh my
Look at
goodness.
look at Scientology backwards. Look at the sign.
What guys, what does that say? YOLO? No,
Yo go low.
that's a tough one. That's
But-
something that needs to
No,
put-
when I left, I called Stacy Brooks, who was gonna. She and the Lisa McPherson Trust. Do you know who that was?
Lisa McPherson, I know your story.
But the trust was they were in Clearwater and they started a thing. They were executives in Scientology, and they were helping people get out. So Andreas helped me wake up. He's in Norway. Never was in. He started seeing we got met. It's a computer geek.
Right.
So he saw. Do you know my story about the arrows? Okay, so back in the day, and this is probably before you were born, they had just news groups. They didn't have websites.
Okay, like almost like flyer
They
boards
were
or something.
linear. So it's like you'd say, L. Ron Hubbard's a liar. Well, they didn't want anybody to see him. So they'd come on with I opened those phony accounts for them. And that's what they were using to say, no, you're not a liar. And nobody cares about that anyway. And then nobody say anything. So he'd come on as a different identity and say, why are you guys even talking about this? I had a great golf game today. And then another person will come on. All of these are the same guy, Bill Yachty. and he'd come on as a lady saying, I play a lot of golf. I'm interested. Now the whole subject of L. Ron Hubbard is off of L. Ron Hubbard onto golf. That's their problem. Or to drive it down the page so that it goes onto the second page. Because on the second page, no one read that much. They'd read the top shit
Right.
and go on, it would just keep coming on, more stuff. So they would just spam the news group.
Tory-Christman.
Hey!
Hi, son. How are you doing, dear?
Give me a high
I
five.
can't. Okay,
You
here.
can, you can.
So good to see you.
Hello, hello.
Tory-Christman herself.
Yeah, it's happening. I got to get you in here.
I know.
Here you are.
Tory, how are you doing?
Are you on there?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Yes, I must say both look very good.
No, and look at your dog. Wow.
Oh, it's so
That is a
good.
gorgeous
What's
dog.
what's their name?
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
You just been commenting, people commenting on your dog all
Oh,
the time.
I have the most photographed wrist in LA.
Yeah.
When they see the dog, it's like they want to photograph the dog.
Yeah.
My wrist,
100%.
like you, like old guy.
Yeah, right.
You're nothing to look
How's it going,
at.
Sebastian, buddy?
Sort of like, you've seen better days, pal.
Beautiful.
It looks
dog.
great.
He's gorgeous. Yeah,
Almost
he's
like a brick dog, right? Yeah.
Well, good for you for coming out. You're the only, you and I are the oldest ones here.
We're old
Well,
guard.
I'm older than you.
You're old guard royalty. Yeah, you've been around this a lot longer than I have.
Yeah. 20,
This is
24 years.
Yeah.
How's Karen doing?
She's doing great. She wanted to come down, but she had a call to take.
Denver J. I go by J.
Journalist in Europe, I think.
Huh?
I think a journalist in Europe.
Pleasure to meet you.
So she had a call from
I know
overseas.
she's always
Your
busy.
handle.
She
Your
is.
handle. We,
And what was yours?
Denver J.
But all these guys are nuts. Have you met them most of them?
I know a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's Malak Bell. Hello.
Hey, Tori, how are you? Good to see you. Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
See you too,
Good
don't.
to see you.
You look great.
I do. Thank you. You look
Smells
beautiful.
special.
I do. Thank
Tell
you.
us your channel.
Oh, we in LA.
Yeah.
And your channel?
Scientology Money Project.
Yes.
The one and only.
Tori Magoo 44.
Tory
And
Magoo.
because your dad was football player, right?
Yeah.
And I knew
But
she's
stalker
in
alert
the
me.
little tiny eyes. See my little eyes? He had little eyes like that.
No, I.
So, and when I woke up, he died when he was 51. So when I woke up, I had no one to talk to. So I just kind of plugged into my dad, and he said, "Get out of LA as fast as you can. Do it." And I just thought, all right, I'm sticking around. I'm keeping this guy around.
Yeah.
So I have my YouTube site is Tory Magoo, and his football number was 44.
Wow.
And then my email is Tory-Christman 44. So he's always with me.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
That's really special. Yeah, I listened to your story about your dad, and you said that you didn't even know certain things about your dad. I'm just gonna come back to you.
I didn't know he had football cards.
Yeah, that was
And
it.
that guy, was it? The guy, Mark Plummer. He just passed away. But he went,
Mark Luke?
Mark Plummer.
Oh, I thought you said Bunker. I'm like, he
No,
passed
no,
away.
no.
Oh my God.
No, no, no.
Plumber. Okay.
No, Mark Plummer. But Andreas passed away. And this is how careful Mark was. Andreas passed away. His partner put up a thing for Andreas where you could light a candle, give a wish, or send some flowers.
Yeah.
But it was all in Norwegian. And so I posted on, can someone tell me how to do this in English? And Mark jumps on, sends me a thing, says, just do X, Y, and Z, and click on this thing, and it'll be English.
Yeah.
Oh, and the next day he died.
Next day?
It was either a day or two after, but it was like,
At least you put him over.
I know, but I mean, that's Mark. It was just like so amazing. He was always, like Scientology never checked to see if my dad had football cards. They didn't give a shit. He went out as soon as he heard about it and found the card. So I gave my son two. We got 4 of them. So I gave 2 to my son and 2.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's a beautiful story.
And your site is,
Oh, we in LA.
we in LA.
Yeah, like we are in LA. Yeah.
That's good. We in LA. All right, this is
It
me
made
in
it make
LA.
like I just picked it on the way to my first protest. I'm like, I gotta. Oh, hey, how's it going? Whoop, whoop. I've been a big fan of Tory's for a long time.
That's
long
in
time.
LA.
Yay. Yeah, you were the first one I saw with Jason the Gay that I said, oh my God, I think I know what I was in.
My chat.
And that's crazy. I don't even
Tori is our.
I don't even know how many years after.
Yeah, we're all chilling.
It's like if anyone ever talks
the
about Tori, I should not. Just
I don't know. It's 2 years. I have like a problem with time. I know. I'm like, I was it 5 years, 3 years, 2 years.
No, I know. It goes on, don't worry.
Yeah, it's weird, but
she had all the.
I didn't even know the word of it.
No, I don't. I have two.
If you guys haven't seen that interview with Jason the Gay, have you ever talked to him like since then? Oh, you did? How is he doing?
I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Jason
Time. Yeah.
Needle go. What was that?
What is it?
Let's see.
Rock slam.
Rock slam.
What?
Well, no, he would do when he's in his interview, he did the needle.
She was
Theta bomb. Theta
Oh,
bomb.
Theta bomb.
That's the one.
that,
Theta
was a
bomb.
long time.
I love Jason.
Yeah, I was in it. The Beverly Hills Playhouse.
My dog.
Don't troll them.
Was that
They're
Rodolphe?
owned by different
Marcia.
people now. The Playhouse.
Oh.
Yeah, they're been owned, so they're not. I'm saying like, don't harass, don't troll the Playhouse. They've been owned by someone different, but back then it was like
my parents.
we had ethics officers. We had punishments that had all the same lingo. I mean, it was.
You were there when Milton was there. Yeah.
Like
And then
waiting for
we
dinner,
had
like
Spoil.
come in and-
yeah.
Spoil. Let's
It
go.
was weird. Like the first day, I remember them talking to us about fair game. Using it, we had to go and get an acting job. And if we didn't get an acting job, like I can't remember, every 3 or 4 months, Milton would put us on terrace theater. And if we didn't get the acting job, we were excommunicated and everybody would
Really?
disconnect from us, and we can never return to the Playhouse ever again.
What was terrace feeding?
Terrace theater. He called it terrace theater, where
I need to have
he,
like
he,
this guy.
he made us
I
like
need to have,
read dreams into action and ethics and attitude, and like he said, if you can't take no for an answer, and then they had all these things of how we had like basically stock directors and jobs, and we had to report what jobs we got, and if we didn't get an acting job within a certain amount of time, they would put us on terrace theater, and that gave us like a crunch time to get the acting job, like 2 more months or 3 more months, and then if we didn't get it, we were disconnected. Like everybody, we could never return again. No one talked to us again. But I still didn't even know it was Scientology. It was so. And then he would come in and say, "I have a seminar, and it costs $500. Who's gonna come?" And then like even I knew that you had to like continue. Like
Right.
even I knew you'd slaughter. Like
Yeah.
if you know, like. But sometimes new.
You
people-
want it to move it, you want it to create a space? It's gonna move all that shit.
Dewey's
It's gonna
got it
walk.
locked down. Who's Dewey's the man. He just handles all of us. Dewey's like be the greatest dad. Dewey's the greatest dad.
trying to put away.
And we're all his
Trying to
children.
put up.
These stuff over.
Hey. I'm gonna read all your messages soon. I just haven't been here for a minute and I had some
No, I
catching
know.
up to
He
do.
wants to
I mean,
move south.
like you
But
guys,
that's
but
something that it would have to move the truck up to us.
Fun speed. Kevin,
Like this. Well,
Vegas. Thank you.
All right, can I ask you one last question?
What's up? The dog is a, the dog. He's like a Russian kind of dog. I was told. I can't remember why I didn't get your address.
There's you over
Now, get over here.
You might ask you another question.
You want us to move this shit so you can move your truck up here, so it's just,
No, because I got a spot.
you want that spot?
I want to sleep here.
Okay.
Piss him off.
Like
Just-
that.
And just be here all the time.
yeah.
If you want to help with anything, you can take another bag of trash.
I will.
Okay, I got you.
Just
Oh,
I'm gonna leave the
I'm gonna do
cans
that.
for the
You
home.
stay here, Tori.
Okay.
They'll grab the.
that
Oh,
makes
take it home with take it when we leave, you mean?
That makes
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. If
Yeah, we'll
that's a
take it.
big help. Is the
I'll
car.
totally take it, Brad.
And I'm starting to get this down to where it's getting quicker and quicker. What's the issue that's been happening is there's been so much stuff coming in that I don't physically have the room, and it's like readjusting everything and trying to figure out what I actually need, and what I don't need.
But at least all my stuff I brought everybody ate.
Yes, well, that's great. That's what like
Yeah,
it like that, you know. But everyone's giving me some like condiments and all bulk
Yeah, you
stuff,
don't need
which
to.
Yeah.
I could continue doing this, and it'd be very little amount of like money being put out for it because I have all the stuff I
That
need.
makes sense. Yeah, the resources are there. It's just
Yeah,
yeah.
so, yeah, no, now it's just better to streamline it.
Right, right.
Fix that. I
Yeah.
just made it worse.
Just let me know if you need a hand, man. I got you. Okay. Thank you.
Now I got to pull this side. It's stupid. I should never scream with that.
It's
I should
fail.
never. Okay.
Well,
Okay. Now I made it worse. Now all you guys
I
are
need
doing
a
is
little
look at that.
the beanies with the little ears that go. Those are cheap. I like that.
Don't you have?
What's up?
Well, you could
But
just so
you guys haven't
things
seen
on your yellow.
works. Bring this up.
My stuff. Okay.
Oh, whatever. Now I have like a. I got a lopsided mohawk.
Lucky.
That.
And
What's
then
your dog's name?
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
And then her partner is
Whatever.
Here's a silly picture of him.
But if you guys haven't seen,
He's just a lazy little mini, you know.
Thank you. Not like
And
uneveness.
you live outside Denver.
Yeah, I used to live in Denver.
But yeah,
Just looking out for
Oh, you.
it was funny.
yeah.
Joel, thank you to my mods. Thank you, thank you,
Here's
thank
another
you.
one.
Thank you for being here.
It's just lazy days in the grass.
That Texas
You
girl
got it,
that
baby.
chased me. Which one chased me? A lot of people that chased me. Who chased me?
Who chased you?
Yeah,
Hey,
you know, Lapu Bells.
I don't
different-
go up there.
Different kind of beast. It's funny because when I get a break from it, like I was out of town,
Thank you very much.
I feel like I don't want to go. Like I realize how negative it is. Like when you go every other night or every night, then you're kind of in that mode.
very much.
Right.
But when you get a break, you're like, oh yeah, I really see how negative this is.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, and it brings out the worst in me too. Like I know I'm there for good reason, so I'm not trying to be hard on myself, but I do lose my shit when, you know,
Yeah. no,
I
I
do
don't-
lose my shit, you know.
That's why I don't go up there.
Yeah.
Also, because for me,
Mhm.
I mean, they pushed me downstairs, they bashed me in the chest.
Oh my God.
So I know it would be nothing to pay a drunk. I just they just stuck her out in the street,
Yeah.
and they would think nothing of it.
Oh yeah. They have people that chased me. They have a group we call them cheeseburger. I don't know if you've
Yeah, I have.
And now they have the other group that totally attacked you away, which took every ounce of me not to start crying when I saw that rest on that because and now there's footage of that group that attacked him and Cheeseburger that has attacked and set up multiple people together. So they must be being paid. And Zach got footage of Francois, the owner, meeting with
Right, I
Cheeseburger.
saw that.
So it's like it's just obvious, you know, like that they're doing it at the behest of her. And then they say things that is totally obvious. So when they're attacking, you know, like they say things that kind of gives it away. I don't understand how that's not a conspiracy or criminal that she's, in my opinion, I have to say that, in my opinion, hiring them, you know,
Because you can't prove it.
you can't prove it yet. So Zach's doing some good work, getting some footage.
What I do is when they were after me, and they were after me really big time in the early 2000s, because no one else was speaking out, and no one would stand up for me. And so I got a policeman in Burbank, and I explained fair game. And I said, it's like gaslighting. So gaslighting, you know what that is, right? And you can't really prove it. It's just tricky shit that they do. So I said, I'm going to write up a report every time they do it to me. Because they started out breaking off a turtle off my front porch, a ceramic turtle, his leg. And then
When you talk about that,
the other one. And so, I just started writing it up to the police saying it's going to sound crazy.
Yeah.
It's just stupid shit.
right, and that's the point. They wanted to make us look crazy,
Right.
like
Well,
paranoid or
and-
whatever.
But the other part of it is they don't want to do anything big enough that you can call the police and have them come over and really get in trouble on it.
Right.
So it's just nitpicky shit that it's like, how do you prove it? So I started getting my community involved. And like they were always fucking with my car, and I don't know cars. So I went to Pep Boys and I explained it to a guy, and I said, I was in Scientology, I escaped out. They do this thing called fair game. They're doing stuff to my car. They flatten my tires and stuff like that.
Nails or a different way?
Pardon me?
A nail like Jessica and like them, or the nail on the tire or a different way? I got a nail on my tire the other day. I didn't know if it was accident on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
So the one guy said, okay, if you have any problems, bring it over. Bring over your car.
Right.
So I come out of work that day and my rear view mirror is painted half pink. And I get in the car and I'm thinking, is this a gang or is this Scientology? It's very weird. Yeah, but the front rear view mirror, it's like, you know, half is painted pink. I get in the car, I start driving and it falls off.
It falls off.
It falls off. Yeah, like they wrote it off. So now I'm pissed off. So I go over to Pep Boys, like the pink thing wasn't enough, but falling off, I was really pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
So I go over to Pep Boys, I get the guy, I said, okay, something happened to my car. I need you to tell me if you think it's Scientology or a gang. He goes, all right, let me check it out. And he literally, and I'm not exaggerating, he opens the door and he shuts the door. And he goes like this, it's the Church of Scientology. I said, how do you know? He goes, you have a really good radio and any gang would take.
Oh, that's true.
And
Yes.
you have, that's why I got my community involved because other people think of things that you don't think
Don't
of.
think things. Yeah, totally.
And he said, yeah. He said, you have bags in the back seat.
Mhm.
Any gang would have taken all those bags.
Mhm.
So it's Scientology.
Yep.
But
absolutely.
it was so comforting to have someone else
Validate.
say it.
Yes.
You see what I mean?
Totally.
And so I have a written report of all their little gaslighting shit.
Uh-huh.
You actually might.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, that's
And
just
did anything come of those reports or they just take them?
no, it's not like I'm gonna sue them or something. It's just I want a record of it. And they know. Like the police are on my side now.
Yeah.
Because they know
They are. Which
this is in
division?
Burbank,
Okay.
not LAPD. But LAPD
You did that?
Mhm.
Um,
LAPD, I've gotten some of them on my side.
mhm.
Like I went down to the shrine, this was years ago, they were having a big event there.
Mhm.
And I walked up to a lady policeman and I said, all right, what are the rules? And she said, pardon me? And I said, what are the rules?
Uh-huh.
And she said, do you realize no one has ever asked me that in my entire career?
Really?
And I said, well, you work for Scientology, I know the drill. So what is it? And she goes, okay, you've got to stand on that side of the street.
Mm.
I said, okay, thank you.
So they
But-
like you because you.
Because I'm, it's sort of like the guy came the other night. Were you there when the guy was going to give me the ticket
Tori
last
always
night?
has amazing stories. Yes, she does. I'm gonna get closer so you guys can hear. They said you always have the amazing stories. I'm gonna get closer to you.
Last night, a guy was going to give me a ticket.
Uh-huh.
No, you're going out to talk.
He's
Yes, it is.
like a what kind of ticket?
Yeah,
Parking ticket?
So I went out to talk. So luckily came and told him. He was gonna give me a ticket. So I went zooming over there.
Uh-huh.
He was like,
How's it going, bro?
and the guy you could tell was kind of,
Good, man.
he was just doing his.
Are you, what's your name, by the way?
David.
David?
Yeah.
Good to meet you.
Wow.
It was really something.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Really.
somewhere
Okay. I want to know
That's
something.
fine.
Yeah.
It's really good.
You can ask something,
all you guys food.
Yeah.
but it's not something.
Oh,
for us.
yeah.
So, hey,
Yeah.
Stuff was that.
Yeah.
let's stay and get somewhere else.
Got it.
We be here
Yes,
more.
But anyway,
I know.
and just like on Easter, and I went and talked to those.
Right?
You see the
You gotta,
Easter
oh,
show?
we gotta hold on. We gotta hold on. Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, that was Odo.
Oh, no, but that's different.
Yeah.
No, it's not different. That was Odo, the Scientology security guard. But I went behind them while you were
A month.
behind them were police. And they said,
I
you're
heard
trespassing.
There's someone
And I
gonna
said,
get crypto.
they were too lazy.
Yeah.
And I said, let's get a couple things straight. They owe $1 million.
Yes, I saw that. It was like a million, and then their faces when they look.
And I said, and I only have one person that is allowed to talk to me. And they have to talk to me in
Out there,
24
like,
hours.
Mexico.
So you are a policeman. So
Man,
you can
you talking
either
about
go
the
find
city,
a
right?
person that
Like
will
La
talk to you,
Pinta.
Or
Like,
get
I'm-
people.
Well, it's San Jose.
That's where we're
Tijuana.
at, babe.
Tijuana's just that big
You.
ass
You don't
burrito.
even cuss, nothing. You just give the look. You just lean in. What did they say to you?
They went like this to the men, because the men were
I
being
mean,
really
I was
rude. They
raised
said,
out there.
leave her alone.
Burrito joints, you go to
The
the
women,
Because I
yes,
knew
good. Yes.
we
most
said,
of those
yeah,
places.
you know what I mean?
They would
got
get it.
They understood. $1 million is a lot of money.
But
What do you think?
I mean,
And it's
it's like this. You see the crowd.
I'm
Right.
it's uncomfortable,
There it is.
obviously.
Go there.
So I don't want to like
Like
say
San
anything that's
Francisco,
uncomfortable, but
is by the
24
bar
years
station, one of La Pinta.
or
That's how I got put
24
onto
years
that
what?
one.
well, you said
I've
you
seen
were
a
talking to
shit
somebody for
people
24
coming out of
years.
it.
Yeah,
I guess
that's
they're
my
college-
well, everybody.
You know,
I lost all my friends and my husband of 27 years, or 26 years
Man,
overnight.
bad burrito.
So none of my friends,
Delicious.
I mean, many of them have
And it's
died now.
everywhere out there, really.
Wow.
You know,
Not many, but some.
LA's another good joint.
And
You know what I
a
mean?
couple of my
You're
really
gonna be
dear friends have
surprised how
died.
like
And I,
they're pretty similar.
I gotta
you
give it a
told
shot.
me.
See what's up.
I only found out because I pulled
Anything
around.
else? The
Found
chicken
out.
joints.
But-
I mean,
And
Yeah, like
they got like
never
Nash,
left.
a place
They
called like
died.
No.
Angry
Yeah, they left.
Chicks. But I
I
don't
mean,
know
they
if it's
never
in
left.
City.
And your, do you know any status on your ex-husband? Or?
He's, as far as I know, he's still in and he remarried.
Really?
So
Yeah, no, you're
I-
good, bro.
I
I was
think
just kind
he's
of
gonna
curious, like,
die.
from a local perspective, what you're
I
like,
highly
out
doubt
with the local.
he's gonna leave. He was born in it.
That they used to have also
So,
spot
now
out
other
in
people have
Denver,
been
like,
born in it and left.
urban grill,
But
like
He
folk
wasn't
style
really in
food,
that
you know?
category.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, it's
mac and
just he wasn't.
cheese,
He was,
Love the Mexican and
he
stuff.
wasn't really a scientologist.
I had that
Ironic,
good
his mother
Mexican
paid for his whole
stuff.
bridge up to
I'm
OT.
sure they gotta have it out here.
So
That's a little bit.
he was always trying to get him to be the
Yeah.
believer.
And
And
Mexico
it's just wasn't
right
happening.
here might be not, I
And
don't
this
know,
one
if
young
it's
lady,
different,
she was
but
probably like
probably a little bit different.
Oh, yeah.
I was telling her about it. She goes, "Oh, I know what that is. It's the Scientology syndrome."
Mexico make their.
Because first of all, the chief had said, "I know what that is."
Green
Like,
Chile is
you
different.
do?
Yeah.
You know what it is? Because everyone I talked to
But
said,
like I
"I've
said,
never
it's
heard of that."
delicious. Pretty much
So then
out
she said,
here.
"Oh, I know what it is."
San Francisco.
Dude, what is it? She said, "It's
Sacramento.
called Scientology syndrome." And I said, "And what is that?" And she said,
I
"Well,
don't know, I've
people
been
that have been in Scientology, they were born in it.
there.
Now they have to leave
I've
and
been to
kind of
Texas.
learn what life is like,
Yeah, like,
and then on their
But I was there
own
for
come back."
brisket, so when I went out
then
there,
they're
it was
Yeah.
in there for
But when I-
Mexican food.
Which of course
Growing up
you
as
and
a
I know
taco,
most people
I
get
would,
out.
I
They're
get,
not
like,
gonna
it'd be a flour tortilla, you know, bean and cheese with bacon.
But I don't like
you know,
miscabbage
It
or
wouldn't
like,
be like, you
there's
guys
like these
talking-
phases, right?
Yeah, exactly. But more like a
Did you have
chocolate
any of that?
side.
Like,
Didn't get
I
some
didn't
bad.
like Miscavige from day one.
Gotta go
When he
back
took
home for a little
over,
bit of
I
time.
you
went
didn't like
To
the
enjoy some home food.
because
How long has it been?
Pat and Annie
Well, I
Broker
know
was
it's gonna
supposed
be
to
a
take over
month,
the
but
church. That was announced the
I'm
night.
longer.
Like, the last time I was in Texas, I was there for like,
So now it's
6
supposed
hours
to be
because
Pat and Annie Broker.
I had to like get
And
there.
then all of a
drop
sudden
something
this
off,
skinny,
and then
tiny
get
guy
back.
zips
I didn't-
out
there
and
was
he's
no
like, well,
time
I'm
to
running.
hang out, you know what I mean?
And you're kind of like,
See my family for like,
Got to get busy.
He just kind of
got
bullied his way,
there.
right?
yeah, man, it was like,
yeah, and did it. I'll tell you what happened because Jesse Prince told me later.
Listen to this story, you guys. Jesse Prince told her how Miscavige did it. And I heard Ron Miscavige, the dad, mention some things, but you tell me.
emails or you can get back to all sorts of stuff.
Jesse Prince told her this.
You gotta like,
Okay,
that
so we're
consistency,
talking about
you know what I mean?
Miscavige taking over the church.
Mhm.
And I was saying I didn't like him from day one. She was saying, why not? And I said, because
Backstories of the-
Pat and Annie Broker were supposed to take over the church when Hubbard was announced that he was dead.
Mhm.
And then Miscavige zipped on stage and said, I'm taking over. And everyone was like, don't ask, don't tell, don't say anything. So, and then soon after that, he created what are called the finance police, where they were like declaring people suppressive and you had to pay them a bunch of money. And
Mhm.
it was really creepy.
Mhm.
So now roll forward many, many years. I know. You roll forward and I get out and now I'm talking to Jesse Prince,
Uh-huh.
who used to run the church with Miscavige. And I said, all right, what happened? How did he ever take over the church? I don't get it.
Uh-huh.
And I never knew it. Neither does anybody that's in.
Mhm.
And he said, okay, the truth is Hubbard wanted $1 million every week.
Right.
from the church, because that's how much money they were making. They were making tons of money.
Uh-huh.
And so that was enough for them to keep their cut and Hubbard to get $1 million a week.
Wow.
And so he said, I want it in cash. I want you to bring it every week. So they would go to Las Vegas.
Mhm.
David Miscavige was with them,
Uh-huh.
party, goof around, then go back over to California,
Uh-huh.
because Las Vegas is in Nevada.
Mhm.
Then they would go back to California and
Mhm.
give Hubbard $1 million
Uh-huh.
and come back here to LA.
Uh-huh.
So Miscavige said to Pat Broker, you either get the hell out of here
Mhm.
or I'm going to put you in prison for the rest of your life because
Oh.
you transported all that money.
Right, right.
Are you leaving?
No, I want to, can I sit on the?
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Nice little bench over here.
Yeah,
Even
sit
touch
down.
it. I didn't even see this was a seat. Why am I sitting on the ground?
Are we allowed to sit on it?
Yeah, sure.
Why didn't I?
We're in the living room.
Oh, okay.
Come on, this is a really interesting.
That's for Story McGoo's
So we
story
kind of got
time.
him like in a situation where he committed this crime of transporting money. And then,
He said, you either get the hell out of here or I'm going to put you in prison for the rest of your life. So that was it. So David,
wow,
Pat Broker left. Annie Broker went to the RPF and ended up dying there.
wow,
That was it.
wow. So I heard Ron Miscavige, I used to watch him all the time. That's David's dad. And he said that he didn't have asthma for that badly for many years because that was kind of the reason like they got seduced by Scientology because when he was younger he had terrible asthma attacks and Ron would have to put him in the shower with him and like help him breathe when he was like a young boy. And then he heard from a friend, I might be getting some of these details a little off, but when he was young, that Scientology was this good cure for asthma, and he brought David there to like a Scientology thing. And then David came out and said, Dad, it's handled. And then his asthma was like not too much. But then right when L. Ron Hubbard passed away, I think he actually had one bad asthma attack. I almost think Ron said that he was in the hospital. It was like really bad. And he didn't have one that bad for a while. Could be getting these details slightly off, but this part is for sure true. Ron says that he said, Dad, I had like an epiphany, and he said, power is not earned, it's assumed. And that was, then he was basically saying he's going to take the church of Scientology. That's what Ron said.
Yeah, a lot of people have
Rated up to like 20.
Yeah, I still,
Power is
Why would they look like
power
that?
is assumed. That's
it's
what,
there for the taking.
yeah. Not, was it not earned or another word like earned? Power is not given, it's assumed or something like this. And then he decided
That's a
to,
really good one.
like take the science, like, I guess bully his way, like what you said, threaten.
Yeah.
But that's crazy that people were, well, I guess that makes sense if he has a crime over his head, like get out of town. And then no one challenged Miscavige, huh?
Yeah. That was hard for me. I ran into Jefferson Hawkins at a party. And he's like 6'2", he's a pretty tall guy.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't get it. I mean, how
That's really
could
fun.
David Miscavige, Shrimp Ola, beat you up?
That's kind of what I,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he said, Tori, first of all, you have to remember we were in a cult.
Yes.
And you can't beat up the cult leader. Good point.
Good point.
And then he said, secondly, he never really beat anybody up. He bitch slaps people. And then Marty and other people beat him up if they have to. That's how it went. And that made sense because Miscavige just doesn't seem, for a lot of people that are in the Sea Org, he wasn't big enough to beat them.
That's true.
Plus, he was always had bodyguards with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you had the bodyguards,
Right.
he always travels alone. He's one of those people who can't be alone. He has to have an
Probably
officer.
very paranoid too.
Oh, yeah.
Very paranoid. I feel like all
Yeah,
these
no,
sociopaths are super paranoid.
There's an interesting story that L. Ron Hubbard was paranoid,
Mhm.
and it gets worse because you're caught in this self-created hell. It's like, so one time L. Ron Hubbard, when he was living at the ranch, when he
Uh-huh.
died
Uh-huh.
with Pat and Annie were there and sorry.
Uh-huh.
He went under the name of Jack Farnsworth.
Jack's.
What did he
I-
go under?
Jack Farnes,
I heard
yeah,
of that.
right.
Yeah.
So-
Who told, who was there with that name?
Pat and Annie were there, and Ron was posing as Jack Farnsworth. They used different names to buy the ranch. And they paid cash.
Yeah.
So Ron, there's a story that Ron was, like there was a tool shed,
Uh-huh.
right? And he was out there filing a piece of metal for some project.
Uh-huh.
And a neighbor came up to borrow a tool. Could you do that in, country, right, country? So the neighbor from the adjoining land came up to borrow a tool. Ron freaked out and ran inside the house. Like he couldn't,
He was just paranoid, or he was lost his
He
mind.
couldn't
at that
handle
point?
the person.
he didn't want to be seen. He was, he just was.
I didn't even
paranoid.
grab myself.
Couldn't talk. At that point, they were drinking a lot. I don't think he'd had a stroke at that point,
Uh-huh.
but, no, it's just a state of mind.
And he was also doing pills.
For me,
He was also doing pills.
That's not the dad. That's L. Ron Hubbard. He's
Corey, isn't like Bill's part of Ron's?
I didn't know it. I remember I have epilepsy. They took me off my medicine. If I had known Ron Hubbard was popping pills, believe
Yeah.
me,
that's
I would have
crazy.
been out the door.
Out the door, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is totally the reason they hide that, right? I mean, such
Yeah.
hypocrisy.
Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain.
So towards the end, Hubbard, when he was in that hotel room, I heard that he was like dementia, or I don't want to like. I mean, when he or was it not hotel room?
He was at Bluebird Motorhome.
Motorhome.
If you go on my blog, I have like, it's called Scientology Mini Project. At the top, I have the death of L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah.
And that's one of my most read posts ever.
I'm gonna read.
Has millions of greats. And it has the coroner's report, last weeks of his life, video by Robert Von Young.
Good.
Robert Von Young was very astute, but they tell the story. Ron had 2 strokes.
Uh-huh.
Then he signed a paper the day before he died. He dragged his hand across
Drag his hand. Yeah.
and he changed, that last will took all the rights and money away from his family and gave them to the church. They were giving him a psychiatric drug called Visceral.
It's true.
So instead of like 74-year-old adult male has a stroke, would transport him to the hospital. They
Right.
didn't.
Mhm.
They were happier because David Miscavige's rumor said the best thing that can happen is if the old man dies.
Mhm.
Because they were being investigated by the IRS Criminal Investigation Division.
Wow.
And so they let him have a stroke, injected him with a psychiatric drug, Visceral. And then he had another stroke. He was living in a Bluebird motorhome.
That's
He was so crazy that he had but he would like put in a very expensive, marble fireplace. He wouldn't like it. He wanted it ripped out. It was like the Winchester house. He got crazy. The house was never good enough.
How was he crazy before he passed away?
Well, yeah, I was talking to Bill Franks. I have a podcast with him. He was the former executive director international for the Church of Scientology,
Mhm.
which is the highest position. Bill.
You're such a mother. I love you.
And,
You're like, you have it.
so Bill Franks, when he was EDI for a short time, 78, he was in charge of the church. Ron appointed him. And so Dr. Eugene Dang, who was Ron's doctor, came in and told Bill, hey, Bill, got a problem. Ron's developing dementia.
That's right.
So at least 6 years before his death, he had the onset of dementia, according to Bill Franks. And it was a problem because they couldn't tell anyone. They couldn't get Ron treatment. It's not like a lot of celebrities will check them into cedar cyanide.
Right.
But you can't,
Mm.
so you've got to put them up on the ranch.
Right.
And then you just let him write. He writes this weird homoerotic fiction in his Decalogue, his 10 series. What's it called? Mission Earth. Corey?
Yeah.
So he writes this weird homoerotic. His last 10 books have these weird homoerotic scenes in them. And so he's writing this bizarre. It's almost like he's showing his real self.
Uh-huh.
And then he's also writing really harsh orders. He's trying to get things cleaned up called Project All Clear, where once all the criminal charges gone, everything's settled, so he can come out in public. And then they're recreating the takeaway troop. Anyway, they're doing a corporate sort out. And this is where Miscavige comes to power, because the story was saying Pat Broker would meet David Miscavige.
Mhm.
And they
controlled his communication lines, what's called comm lines.
Mhm.
So like, for example, Tori, I have Jesse I did an interview with him where Ron Hubbard ordered Dave Miscavige's sec check by Jesse. This was when David wasn't in power. I think Terry Gamboa was his boss or someone else, his senior. And as Jesse tells the story in the podcast I have, by the time you got sent to Jesse for a sec check, you were basically fucked.
We're basically fucked.
He was the man. Oh, he was the hammer of God. Jesse was like RTC.
If you know Jesse,
Of course.
Oh, they're
yeah,
very
but
good. Yeah.
were you close? These are
Jesse
good
helped me
terms.
escaped out.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Oh, Jesse was the man when he was in.
He was the man when he was in.
As a sec checker, yeah, he was.
He was hard, harsh, or like hardcore.
He was terrifying.
Terrifying. Why was Jesse so terrifying? Like he just was brutal.
No, he had that ethics presence thing. He knew he was
Yeah.
a hardcore believer.
Mhm.
So it's part of that hardcore believer.
Yeah.
But if you got sent to Jesse sec checking, you were done. And so David Miscavige went in and told Jesse, if I'm gonna get sec check, I'm gonna take everyone down with me. So he just blathered, like a school, a schoolgirl. Yeah. So, so David Miscavige gets a hold of Pat and says, Pat, because they talked about stealing money from Ron, going to Reno and gambling and prostitutes and all kinds of stuff. Because you know what, like Ron would have them transport money. They wanted $1 million a week in cash right up to the ranch. And,
Get it moving on.
so, David Miscavige gives us all up that they're skimming Ron, which look, Ron probably figured these guys are skimming
Right.
a little bit.
A little bit here and there, but
Look, if you're
just
laundering,
a little $100,000 here and there.
well, if you're laundering money like Ron, like $1 million a week in cash, you figure your couriers are gonna skim a little. You don't give a shit as long as you get most of it. That's how they do it.
I did,
So,
but I didn't know anybody in the
so David Miscavige said, hey, that section, Ron, we're both.
She was the
You up.
yes for.
That's what she told me. She said Jesse said that he was like.
Yes,
that
and the
time.
person that knows
And
everything.
so,
David played like Othello, like he like put people against each other. He like
From the Guardian.
yeah, depending upon- so Pat,
crazy.
So they're the ones that kind of decide.
Pat for both, because Pat was,
He is so knowledgeable.
Pat was buying horses.
That's what they said. She said no.
So that broker wanted to be a gentleman.
Probably trying to stay strong behind them.
And he was stupid. He was focusing on horses and
Yeah.
Ron had like bison and.
But I didn't recognize her name, but I.
But he wasn't taking care of himself. Was he? Like, wasn't he just like living like
more,
normal?
and then I don't need him.
Well, no, he was typing there.
Kind of like making the
Problems, he had pancreatitis. He was kind of deranged. He was writing fiction. He was writing final orders. And then Pat was only focusing on the ranches and the horses, and Miscavige was focusing
I know.
on money,
It's weird.
the royalties, the legal rights, and stuff that really mattered that would allow him to take power. So this fight, Miscavige was smart. He
Everyone has the same problem.
taking care of what was important.
Like a few people put it over everybody. Most of us were
On
like.
the real. Pat, so when Ron died,
Friend Dan,
Pat,
who was never in also.
well, I have the,
Mean
I have those millions and
He's perfect for me, because I get to meet him.
but they let him.
Yeah.
But he thought as gay, I got to know who he.
No, because Marty
It wasn't like a
story when he was
bummer.
out.
And
They-
they kind of cool. It wasn't like a big name.
Yeah, it should be like SCTV, or
So-
something, like a yellow border, like retro
What
TV or
happened
whatever.
is,
But everyone then could start getting all known.
I told
You
Pat,
know,
the
well,
lawyer was coming.
not so late, like,
Pat had the
well, we have an opportunity to interact with.
Sea Oregon group,
Intimidating.
old Pat broker,
Like,
the FBI was coming to
I'm-
arrest him.
you don't know how I found myself
He
to
fled.
be
That allowed him to
light,
go
right?
search
Because
the
it's drastically different from what I found comforting with. Now I find this company, meeting strangers, talking.
So they weren't
It's a
there.
very friendly group.
They don't exist.
It is.
Now,
You know what I
So
could he
I
take
have
them
a
with them? I know they don't
funk
exist, but like,
and I think
there's
it's
people that said, could he have
It's about-
Okay.
taken them with them?
No, what happened is there were some basic notes that David Mayo hobbled into what, or some version of 9 and 10 that never been released.
He's telling me how 9 and 10 was never released and they don't
You know how
exist.
9 and 10 don't exist?
They don't exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they raided the ranch to look for him, and that broker got about a year out of claiming he was putting them together.
Claim it.
And then they finally called his bluff
Right.
And he said, and that's where what you were to pick up on your story, the scavenge said, I've got you on crossing state lines with a lot of money. So you're gonna go to prison or get the fuck out. And that was
And
it.
he left.
And he left.
And I think, quite frankly, and I never thought of this until right now, but I think maybe he wanted to leave. You see what I mean? Because when you think about it, I mean, that's kind of a broad statement
Yeah.
to say, to have someone, you know, to have Hubbard say, Pat and Annie Broker are gonna take over the church. Okay, that's from L. Ron Hubbard. That's in writing.
Yeah, the loyal officer.
And then to have him zoom around and go, no, I'm in charge. I was at that event. I remember the only reason I didn't get caught up in his whole thing was because I lost my son that night.
Oh, God. Like,
And
oh, no.
not literally, I
Oh,
found him.
Okay.
But what happened
Oh, my
is
God.
they announced it was an all hands, everybody had to be at the event. So I thought, I'm gonna go get my son. So I go up to Delphi, he's not there. They said I think he got on the bus. So I zoomed down here to the complex thinking they'll come here. They were gone. So now I go to the Palladium, and now there's like 400, 500 people outside.
Yeah.
And I just do the, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, you know, just like this is an emergency, you know, and I get up to the front and I go, I gotta find my son.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, here's our suggestion. Get some of your friends to be at every door. And then when it's over, you'll be able to catch them.
How old was he? Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I know. No,
So I'm wrong. I'm bad with names and numbers. So don't ask.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Do you mind if I run up the road real quick and we watch them? Okay, I'm just gonna leave chat with y'all.
All right.
Cool. I'll just need to take care of something. Thank you, Tori.
I'll hold on to them.
Yeah, they should be looking good for y'all. And by the way, my name's Jay, but pleasure to meet you,
Denver
Jay.
Jay. He's from Denver.
And it's a we in LA, right?
Yes, yes, yes. And I love your stuff.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Denver Jay.
that. I'm sure we'll see each other soon. More out. I'm gonna be out here for a while, so we'll catch up. Yeah.
Good.
Definitely.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So the night you lost your son, it distracted you from, you were
Well,
saying,
what happened is they said he took the bus. So I come down here. He's not there. So I go to the Palladium. I get up to the front. I get friends at all the doors. They announce the thing about Hubbard died. I don't give a shit. You know, at this point, I need my son,
our son.
right?
Yeah.
And there's thousands of people there. I'm like, that's all I had my attention.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't care that L. Ron Hubbard died. Good. Dave the Scavenge. Okay, fuck me too.
That's
Excuse
awesome.
me for my language.
No, please, they help me.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I want my son. So now everybody leaves, and I go to my friends at all the doors, and they go, he didn't come out. So now we go, all right, where else are they showing it? They said they are showing a copy of it at CC. We all zoom up to CC, all over, nothing. And they all go, you know what? We're sorry, but call the police. And I think, now I got to find them. So they leave. And I just drive back down here, right here, ironically enough, across right at AOLA. There's a tree in front of it. There he is hanging in front of that tree.
Really?
He had gone.
Back here?
Yeah. He had
Right here?
Yeah. He had gone
Oh
up
my
to
gosh.
talk to his
What-
Steord kids.
That's the day L. Ron Hubbard died. She did not give a shit. She lost her son and he was on the street. One of those streets right there.
I'm like, I'm trying to go to the restroom.
I'm sorry.
Here, but you should be back.
So good.
Oh yeah, no, because they're enjoying their time with you. I want to make sure.
Subscribe at my site too.
Yes, I've been posting your link, but well, not me, but I've been asking them also to post your link. We in LA and Jeffrey, so it's hopefully they're going over, showing the love. It's about growing the overall community, not just one. But I'll be right back. I gotta go.
Father had 9 wives. Don't hold me to remember. I have a list of them. So I think he has 64 siblings. So his father, Carl Judge, was a Mormon polygamist who actually went to prison in the 50s
Oh, wow.
for polygamy.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Hebert's parents I didn't know.
So, Heber got into the church, moved up through the ranks.
No, he moved up to what do you call what his position?
President.
President. So there's a word president. Did that? Okay. I didn't know there was. I mean, president of just everything or?
He's the president of the Church of Scientology.
Well, you gotta understand the
I-
president of the Church of Scientology is a public relations role. And Heber's boss was the commanding officer. So he's president, but that's like a PR function.
I see.
It's so like, yes, he's the president, but he's not the real shot caller.
He has a boss, and Miscavige was his boss too, didn't he? Like exile?
Not at that time.
Not at that time.
No, because see, I remember like, this was a period of transition. So Heber was the public face of Scientology. So for all intents and purposes, he was the president. Okay.
Can I ask, like the story of you guys with Heber? Like, you knew him. Did you guys get along? Was he a nice guy? Was he was nice? He wasn't terrifying. Or
Never met.
you never met Heber?
Now, I knew him and he was a nice guy. He was like a hippie when he came in. He had long hair, had a guitar. He was singing Old Blue. You know, he's just a fun guy.
Did
DOA.
he change?
He changed dramatically over the years
He threw me a water.
to where he was, a minister. And
Yeah.
did you ever hear the story of him with the
Thank you.
light blue minister's outfit?
No. Powder blue.
Yeah, Larry Wallersheim, the trial, right?
Tell
Okay,
us.
so
See, this
Tell
part,
us, tell
Tori is so much better. She goes way back. See, I
You people are like, hey, both of you are so knowledgeable. They're like, I'm getting messages.
Tori-
You're sitting in between the
Tori-
two legends right now. I'm like, I know.
Tori was a
Exactly.
famous OT. She was like the poster girl. She got into publications like What is Scientology? So Tori was like this upstart OT.
Mhm.
I was like barely in. I did some public courses. I was a low level nobody. And like Tori would have been like, I couldn't get Scientology because I had some security clearances. So I was in a little bit, but Tori was like the rock star in the church. And
She
then
was the rock star. Everybody knew Tori, huh?
everybody knew Tori. She got to be like, yeah, 'cause she was like the perfect TRs, BOT, the blonde hair,
Still is.
I was a real true believer is what it was.
Was.
I really was in.
No.
You know what I mean?
I,
If they needed it, I did it. And that's all there was to it.
I did notice, like, you were such a true believer, but you still were like, I don't care, I'll run it.
Well, I was always on the outside because of epilepsy. See, I was in the Sea Org for like a week or 3 weeks. And then I ran out of my medicine. And they said, you have to get off your medicine. And I said, really? And no, I said, I need a refill. And they said, well, you have to go see the MLO, which is the medical liaison officer. And I said, oh, God. So I go down there. It's an 18-year-old kid, totally untrained medically. And he says, we've got to get you off of your medicine onto vitamins and Dianetics. So I'm out of the Sea Org. I'm having grand mal seizures. It's a mess. But long story short, my mother basically said, either you're on your medicine today, or I'm going to fly out. And trust me on this, Tori, L. Ron Hubbard and the Church of Scientology will never forget his mother.
And you believed her, huh? Yeah.
It wasn't a matter of belief.
Yeah, you knew
My
she.
mom and my dad was already on NBC with football. So they had media lines all over the place. So I knew she'd be on TV. She wouldn't just come and ball them up.
Good mama.
She'd
Good
be on
mama.
TV
I
saying,
love
"Don't
her mom.
let Scientology."
Hmm.
So it would have been good, but I was happy to get back on my medicine. But then I fought him for 30 years about that medicine. But my thing was there's the bridge to total freedom, and I'm next to the bridge to total freedom. In my mind, it was like I'm not on, because people would say, how could you be a Scientologist and be on medicine? And I'd say one line.
Yeah.
It isn't true for you.
Yeah.
It isn't true.
Yes.
And that's L. Ron Hubbard. A lot of
Right.
critics make fun of that. But I go, you can make fun of it all you want, but it saved my life.
That saved her life. Yeah.
It
You
that
defended
kept me on my
Yes.
medicine.
Yeah.
And I got through it because of it.
I
Right.
remember reading on CNU.net. That was pretty shocking to me. That some medically unqualified person,
Totally. Gotcha.
someone who never had any medical training, a Sea Org member would say,
This
we have
is
to
what
get off this.
I lived for these
But,
conversations.
getting back to Heber,
Okay, so that,
The day, what was interesting is, Karen was Beaver's assistant in OSA when he was president.
Mhm.
And so they were taking calls from the global media when Beaver died.
Mhm.
And what happened, and this is where Robert Von Young tells the story
right.
in the video. Hubbard dies, he's an old man, he has his third stroke and dies. In his Bluebird motorhome, his medicated Bluebird motorhome. And, they go up there, they rush up. There,
I'm going through
some of
the
people
stream in
ran
my
out.
head.
I think the scavengers ran out, but they come up from the base. And there's like, they wait 12 hours before they call the coroner, because they have to get up there, they have to clean up all the loose cash, all the Rolex.
And there was tons of loose
And
cash.
from what I've heard, Hubbard died in his Bluebird. It was January in '86. Preston, Central California, it's cold.
Mhm.
They crank up the air conditioning, became Hubbard cold. They wait 12 hours before they call the sheriff,
What?
because they want to sanitize the sink. It's like, so,
Whoa.
so then Earl Cooley, the attorney, comes up and he presents a certificate saying, we can't have, this was a new law in California.
Mm.
Based upon religious belief, I do not want, an autopsy. I just want to be cremated. And that's legal in California.
Mm.
And so Earl Cooley, the attorney, was demanding the possession of the body.
Earl Cooley?
The attorney,
The attorney?
Earl Hubbard, L. Ron Hubbard's personal attorney, Earl Cooley.
He was demanding the body.
Give the body, we want to immediately cremate. Now, the sheriff coroner says, wait a minute, this is L. Ron Hubbard.
Ah,
And my deputy, that was Deputy Bang, remember the name? He said, my deputy told me he signs the will the day before he dies. He goes, I'm only releasing the body if I can take fingerprints and blood. Otherwise, you're not getting it.
good.
Wow.
Cooley decides, and Prime Miscavige decides that this is the best we're gonna get, because if we fight this, they're gonna keep the body, then they'll do an autopsy, and they'll find the strokes, pancreatitis,
And all the medicine.
and all the medicines, the drugs.
Right.
So it's like, this is the best we're gonna get
Yeah.
from the sheriff coroner.
Right.
So they let him take fingerprints. And they let him take blood.
Mhm.
Now, the fingerprints, they checked out with the FBI, because Hubbard had given a set of his fingerprints to the FBI when he started Dianetics. But he'd also been arrested for hiding a bad check in San Luis Obispo in 1946.
Mm.
So the police had his fingerprints,
Whoa.
so they could make sure the dead guy was L. Ron Hubbard. But that's where they found the psychiatric medicine Visceral. And Hubbard spent his whole life bitching about psych meds.
Right.
But they have the guy on psych meds. When he dies, they found 10 injection marks.
Right.
But see, they probably took the Visceral out of the trailer
Right.
to hide it.
Yeah.
But that's the best they could get. So that's a medical record. It's on my blog. The whole
Wow.
report
The medical records on your blog.
of the postmortem examination.
Wow.
Hubbard was unkept. His fingernails got long like Howard Hughes. He wasn't walking around with Kleenex boxes on his feet like Howard Hughes. But, he did try to kill himself, because he did ask Sarge to build that meter that would kill him.
That's what I heard. I saw the interview with the guy and he says he wanted me to kill him. So that's true.
Yeah, that was Larry Wright's interview when he
Larry Wright.
went there.
Um,
And I wanted to interview Sarge, and then Cinar Parman got in the way. Just wouldn't let him. Cinar didn't like it, because he was still wanting to believe, he knew Hubbard, he'd cooked for Hubbard.
Right.
Cinar was a chef who cooked for Tom Cruise and Ron and David Miscavige. He was a five-star chef.
Scientologist, of course, right?
Oh yeah, hardcore. And he was a good man. He left, but he just didn't want, so that freaked him out. That really shook Cinar apart.
Wow.
So you have a postmortem examination of all the needle marks.
The needle marks.
And then Dr. Dent told the sheriff coroner that he had pancreatitis and dysphagia, which meant he couldn't read,
Yes,
couldn't speak right,
that's right.
so he couldn't process. So the fact that he signed that will,
Yeah.
that was orchestrated. Because you don't have a post-stroke guy on psychiatric threat signing a legal document transferring hundreds of millions of dollars in intellectual property. That should have been Mary Sue and the families. What? So there was a lot of fraud. So after he died, they concocted the story that he was in a perfectly healthy body.
Right.
This is what Earl Cooley said that played him. Mr. Hubbard was in a perfectly healthy body that could have been a lot more,
The body.
but the body, they said, became an impediment to his spiritual
He
work.
dropped the body.
So he just laid in bed peacefully and floated up out of
To
his
where did
body.
he go?
Target 2.
Target two.
Target or
I mean, it's.
if you want the hep talk, you
Embarrassingly.
P2. So he
P2.
went to Target
Thank
2 to do the upper level work for Tory. He did it for you, Tory. He left his body, his healthy body for you.
I thought it was all a bunch of shit when I heard it.
You did. You were still in.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. You were like a true believer, but you still, was it because you're in such a high position?
No,
or,
no,
or the
no, it was
epilepsy?
because of epilepsy
yeah.
and I had to be able to think, right? You have to understand you're surrounded by brainwashed people that are making you wrong, declaring I'm a degraded being,
Yeah.
right? Every day. So imagine fighting that and trying to like get through to this bridge to total freedom with these people coming up to me going, did that handle epilepsy? Are you done with that? So I finally wrote, Asho's up on this block, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one of the executives there, I said, look, you know my situation with epilepsy.
Mm-hmm.
So I want your phone number. And when these people ask me about epilepsy, I'm going to give them your phone number and you tell them about it because it would upset me so much. And it was just a constant
thing.
upset. So he said, okay, give him my number. I don't give a shit. No one ever called me. Not once. I'd give them the number. They'd never call.
Why?
So then when I went to Flag, the same thing happened. Did this handle epilepsy? So I got to the guy there and I said, look, same thing. I'm going to give him your phone number. He said, okay. So I did the same thing. And that gave me the distance. You see what I mean? To at least be able to function without these people honking on me.
But you had.
But I was sort of always on the bridge next to the bridge to tell.
Because you've been dealing
Oh,
with
I
that
could
for a
do all
long
kinds
time.
of shit. It
Yeah.
was just sort of like, I'm not on your, I have to do everything you think. I'm going to do what I think.
Right. And that's all from epilepsy, or is it? So you must have reconciled. I can be a true believer, but also these guys are kind of full of it when it comes to this part.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could separate it.
And I would, and people would go, oh, he's PTS. I'd be like, off. If they said it 3 times, they were off my list. I'd never talk to them again.
Good.
Because it was PTS equaled, I was connected to an SP and it was their whole bullshit ethics. You're fucked up. And I was just like, okay, you say it once, that's one. Say it twice, that's 2. 3 times, you're off my list. By the end, I had a very small group of friends.
Yeah.
Because I had, it was like there were a ton of people that were in that. There's people that call me to this day telling me I have to get off my medicine.
So this was just all the freaking time.
Yeah.
All the time.
I'm going to take a question.
Mhm.
Somebody noted in my chat that their dad signed a will when he was mentally incapacitated.
Mhm.
And so a couple points I'll make to that. Every circumstance is different.
Right.
If your father signed a power of attorney, someone to sign his will, that's different. You can't, if you're mentally incompetent to sign a will, then that could possibly be illegal.
Yeah.
Civil or even criminal. But L. Ron Hubbard, I just want to make a point when there's $600 million involved or more.
Jesus, yeah.
And there's legal rights and you're the head of a church, it's quite different from an ordinary person.
Right.
So with all due respect here, the late father, L. Ron Hubbard's death, I think, was arguably negligent homicide because they withheld medical treatment. That first freak, look, he was worth 400 million when he died. It's a low number. They could have put him in a helicopter and flew him to UCLA or Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They withheld medical treatment. So I argue, like Robert Von Young,
Yeah.
that it was murder by negligent homicide.
Right.
That ended a lot of problems because then they were able to tell the IRS Ron was the crook. He's dead.
Right.
He should give us tax exemption because he was guilty of inurement. Ron Hubbard did everything bad. He's dead. Let us have a fresh start. And it was very convenient, because it's sort of like they blamed everything on the dead guy, And even like, look like Tory, like,
But you kind of didn't believe it. You kind of thought it was bullshit when you heard drop the body and you didn't like Miss Cabbage anyways.
Right.
Like epilepsy
They-
gave you a big gift in a way
Yeah, it did. I always say I'm out of Scientology because of epilepsy.
because it made you
I
kind of
mean,
compassionate,
yeah.
like the PTS 3 times. It was probably because you felt people talking crap about you, right?
Yeah.
Like that's so interesting how those are gifts. You were gonna tell a story, like
About Heber and his
yeah,
light blue minister's outfit. Did you ever see that?
the light blue.
Okay, he wore
I saw
like
it.
pastel blue.
yeah.
I
And
saw
it had
yes.
golden, the shoulder things like you have in your uniforms, and the golden things and the Sea Org patch, gold
Yeah.
Sea Org patch. So OSA came up to me and they said, look, we're really having a trouble with this. Heber's got really bad PR. You need to handle this. And I said, okay, what do you need? They said, take this picture around and ask these 3 questions. So I said, okay. I mean, I was thinking nothing. He's the president of the church. All right. So I go up to the guy. This is downtown in the business district. So I'm like, can I ask you a question? Sure. All right. Take a look at this photograph. What's the first thing you think of? And the first answer was a con man.
Wow, yeah.
And I laughed.
You
right?
said that a con man?
I didn't say it.
Oh no. Oh,
The
the
businessman did.
business. No, it's true though, right? Because
This is what happens. So he says a con man.
Uh-huh.
And so I say, okay. And what kind of actions would this guy be doing, do you think? He goes, oh, sitting around a pool trying to fuck some babe.
That's bad PR. If that's
He's
Sue
the
Red con
president
man,
of the Church of
a
Scientology.
pervert, sleazy pimp con man.
Wow.
I know.
I just jumped back into getting some context. That's
I do remember that pastel blue.
Yeah. So then the third one was, what exactly does your attention go to of all this picture? What do you see
Mhm.
that makes you think this? And they all pointed to the Sea Org patch and they said, it looks like Avis Rent-A-Car or a fraternity. You know, in every survey, Harold and I sat home that night and laughed and laughed because almost everyone was a con man trying to screw chicks.
Yeah.
And it all boiled down to the Sea Org patch. So the next day he was in all black.
He was in
You know,
all
it was
black.
like they got rid of the
They made him look like
pastel
a
blue.
minister.
Huh?
They made him look like a minister. When I saw that picture, and Karen has a lot of photos of Heber, some of which are unpublished.
Sure.
I thought he looked like a televangelist.
Right.
That's what I thought.
I grew up in the
That's
Pentecostal.
what I thought. Yes.
It's like Ernest Angley
Yeah.
used to come.
Healing. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
Ernest, that's in. Okay.
Ernest Angley used to.
You guys
come
have
on
to see what
television,
you're talking
and
about.
he would go, Ernest Angley come on Powder Blue, and he'd go, sinner man, alcoholic,
Yes.
homosexual, you need the Lord.
No,
And-
that's what I thought too, and that's why I'm laughing. When it's a con man, but you know, like
Yes, that.
I was thinking,
televangelist vibe.
yeah, preacher. Nothing against preachers.
I know.
Yeah, but
No,
but
it
they
is like-
it
But he
looked
did, he
like that.
looked like a pimp.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
con man preacher.
So,
He did look like that.
well, you know what was funny? When Scientologists were wearing the big crosses and
I'm gonna have
the
to
dog
tell you
collars,
guys
they
what you're
called them,
talking about.
the priest
You,
things.
let me catch you up.
And, but these big gaudy crosses.
Right.
And it was like, no one's buying it. You know, come on, please.
How do you spell Heber?
Heber.
The last,
Jen.
the last
Oh, Jen.
name is the hard.
Yeah,
It's
that's
JENTZ. Is it Zebra? SCH. Heber, Jen.
JENTZ. Okay.
Z is in zebra.
Okay.
SCH.
SCH. Okay, you guys.
Heber,
So
Jen.
his wife Karen was married to Heber, who was the president as a PR thing
For 40 years.
Well,
for 40 years.
he wasn't just
Just
the,
PR.
he was the, he was the president of the church.
Well, he
But
was. But
It wasn't, but I just want to make sure
I know.
she's just saying the PR thing, and it wasn't the PR thing.
I
okay.
thought it was.
Well,
It wasn't.
Okay.
It was a PR action.
Oh,
You see what I mean?
I
But
see.
he was the president of the Church of Scientology.
Did you like him as a president?
appreciate clarification.
I liked him when he came in as the hip.
Hippie.
Yeah.
And
That was
then-
my hippie.
And then later on, he would go on talk shows like Mike Douglas.
That's what I saw.
Remember when he did the
Yeah.
thing with the Dianetics book?
Yeah.
He couldn't talk. They got him backed into a corner and he couldn't answer. So he just started holding up the Dianetics book. Harold and I said, he looks like he's mentally deranged. It was really frightening.
What
I
were
mean,
they-
it was like you're
Do
on
it.
a TV show and you're just holding up a book over and over. the guy's asking him questions and he's just holding up the document.
We just taught to just say the book, the book,
hilarious.
the book.
Yeah, because you're supposed to say, yeah, read a book. And he probably got so much pressure, huh, from
I think he just was so overwhelmed.
He's
He
so
just
overwhelmed.
didn't know what
A lot
he-
of
Social skills are out
You know what I have is, when the church ordered Karen and Heber to get divorced.
the
Yeah.
church ordered.
Yeah.
His
And that's not
wife
unusual.
now was married to Hebert, and the church ordered them to get
Yes,
divorced.
and that's not unusual to see.
No,
Right.
foolish.
And she was a class 12 CS. And so when they got divorced, they were very good. They remained close. Heber obviously couldn't be trusted. She did, Karen didn't expect him to $50 a week. And she wasn't going to embarrass him, right? And so Karen, who was good
Thank you.
financially, she struggled with the $90,000 freeloader.
Did she pay for it?
She had to stay in touch with Alexander, her son.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
I remember
she-
that interview.
She had to pay that $90,000 freeloader debt.
That was.
But she helped Heber. She mailed Heber a credit card. To say, look, if you ever need anything, just use the credit card. I'll take care of it. Because she was still in the church for like
Right.
20 years.
Yeah.
It was in 1990. So they made Heber mail back the credit card. So I have a credit card that's new with Heber's name on it
Shush.
in my collection of things.
That's good.
Yeah, it was,
Whoa.
it was like I had this Heber James credit card. But the thing is, they said no because Karen left the Sea Org. You're viewed as a degraded being in human Sea Org.
Sure.
So, anyway,
So you said, so Hebert, how his presidency ended right before Miscavige or during the transition, or?
well, no, it's only ended in the last maybe 2 years. His name's not, I think he's still listed as president of
Oh,
the state
really?
of California. Yeah, you can go state of California to Secretary of State and check. He may still be on, but if they drop him, it's only the last 2 years.
Oh, I thought he was
So-
like sent away a long
Oh,
time ago, like.
He used to go to the AMC with us. Remember Time Magazine? Yeah, the big Time Magazine
Oh, yeah.
article. And then Scientology, to handle the Time Magazine article, every week printed out a whole page of shit about different things, justifying how great they were, right? So Heber hated Time Magazine. And I only knew this because we'd go to the AMC and he'd be near us and the Time Magazine ad would come up before the movie started and he all by himself. You know, it was so embarrassing. We were like, we don't have this guy.
He let him have it, huh? That is
I mean,
funny.
it's an ad in a movie theater.
Yeah.
You know, how crazy is it?
Gotta be committed.
That's why I was saying we don't know him.
What did, is Hebert still
He's still alive.
around here?
No, he's last I heard he was in an assisted living facility.
I hope he's not down the street because that's where
He's not-
Sally
he's
Estes
not
is.
nearby.
Why did I think he got in trouble? Am I mistaking him for someone else? I thought he was like denounced a long time ago and living in some, they kind of put him.
There's some crunches left. Anybody?
What do you have?
There's some crunches. I don't know. I'm a
have
chocolate
one.
guy myself, but
Thank
anyway,
you.
that's why I have no teeth left. Candy bars are too many fights. Yeah, here you go. All right, that's all I got. You
Thank
guys
you.
take care. Bless your heart.
So much.
Hey, gorgeous. How are you?
Thank you.
It's okay if you buy it. I won't bite you back.
Oh.
What a snout on that one, huh? It's cool. He or she?
It's a he.
Yeah, he's cool.
Thank you so
What
much.
a dog. Guys, take care.
Thank you for
He was.
that's what it is about drugs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off.
Did you say what I was thinking?
Can you walk from here, Jeffrey? Can you walk home from here?
So funny.
Oh,
That was my
not
first
very
thought.
far.
Little too far? Yeah.
Yeah, but I have my car.
I'm gonna get to all your guys' questions.
Sure.
Every time I glance
Yeah.
at this, people are like, I could listen to those stories all night. You're sitting in the tube. So you were the head. Who was above you besides Miscavige? Was there anybody?
No, I wasn't in the head. I wasn't in management at all.
Oh,
There's two sides. Scientology is like a triangle.
Mhm.
So there's like auditing on one side, training on the other.
Mhm.
The other one is, Sea Org is on one side, public is on the other. I just so all the guys that are running it are on the management side,
That's
the Sea Org.
okay.
Or I have to take off. So
Taking off?
yeah, we have to go.
Okay. Oh, you guys say goodbye to,
Do you have your car here?
Pardon me? Yeah.
say goodbye to Sebastian, who's this beautiful Russian dog. Oh, look at him.
Gorgeous, hey?
Oh,
Beautiful.
I want him. I want to just kidnap you and then.
Let's do a podcast.
Yes, can we when I?
Just do a live stream.
Yes.
You have my information.
Keiko, your
I have,
kind of thing sounds like mine.
Facebook.
Then
Let me
just-
give you mine. Let me just give you my number.
Like I watched
Well, I'd like to do a live stream.
streams.
Yes, you
Yeah.
guys, wouldn't that be a treat?
We can just do history. We can do current stuff, anything you want.
Uh-huh.
And I think live streams, I love doing live streams.
Me
Like,
too, yeah.
We need to do one.
Yeah, you go.
You know, like, there's so much we could do because we've been around a long time.
Oh,
You
my
don't.
gosh.
And I
Guys,
wanted to do a
yes.
thing with you about Bill Yotta and the OSO internet unit early on. That's a really interesting story. We need, so I'd love to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, about you were an OSO spy.
You
on
know
the
what they
internet.
now said about me at Christmas?
What?
At Christmas, we came by here to see what was going on.
Yeah.
This guy came walking up the street, one man. And I said, what's going on here? And he said, I don't know, but they got nice lights. And I said, he's a Scientologist. So I said, are you a Scientologist? And he goes, no, I'm an ex-Jehovah's Witness.
Really?
And I said, really? What are you doing here? He goes, my friend is in there. I said, at LA Org.
Right.
I said, what's he doing? And he said, he's doing the personality test. I said, okay, get him out here.
Yeah.
So he comes out, he's a wrestler. And he says, they want $5,000. And I said, $5,000? This is your first thing? He said, yeah. And he was about ready to give it to him. And I said, I talked to him, said, don't give it to him. I said, they're going to come here in a minute and they hate me. So they're going to tell you a bunch of lies about me. So he goes in, they lock the door behind him. So I tell his friend, go see if you can get him out. And he goes, the door's locked. So
Wow.
I said, call him up, get him out. So he comes out and I've got on a Facebook live stream now. And he goes, do you have a video thing on now? And I go, yeah, but it's not on you. And he goes, no, put it on me. I want it on me. Because I want to show him my personality test. And he holds it up and it's like up, down, up, down. And he goes, see, they said I'm crazy. And they said, they say everyone's crazy. That's how they get people in.
I know.
So-
You're ruined.
He leaves. He says he's not going to do it. He goes home. I call him the next day. Oh, yeah. No, he went in and he comes out and he goes, wow, they really hate you. And I said, I told you.
Yeah.
And so he goes home and I called him the next day to make sure they didn't get the money. And I said, what did they say about me? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
And he said, they said you're an undercover top secret CIA.
Yes.
Wow.
And that's why he didn't give him the $5,000. He was going to pay for it. But I said, they're liars. They're going to tell you lies about me. And when they said that, he said, bullshit.
You know, one thing I'll tell you is, first of all, I'm impressed because they blew your cover. You are CIA.
Yeah, that's right.
No, what happened at an anonymous, I'll tell you this story and then I'll go. At an anonymous protest, this OT handler, because you have to know the Xenu levels, you got to be an OT handler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if we talk about Xenu, you have to, you know. So I'm in the parking lot, or I'm at the HGV, and I'm crossing the street, and this OT comes up to me and goes, we know you're in charge of Anonymous. Because at the time there were rumors that you started Anonymous or I did, or, you know, they're going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy goes, we know you're in charge of Anonymous. We know you started it. I go, oh yeah, you're damn right. I go, I get $50,000 a week to run this still. Like,
Good comeback.
and then I go, yeah, I'm running the whole thing. And making
Good
big money doing it. And he runs with his cell phone like he's found the
He
kingpin.
got him.
Oh, he freaked the F out because, like, yeah, we found the kingpin. He gets $50,000 a week.
We found the
But I always figure if they want to give me this much power that I'm CIA and I
Yeah.
have clearances and I, you know, call Joe Biden every morning to figure out what are we going to do with Scientology, Joe Biden. So one time I was talking to Marty Rathbun when he was out. He told me that he used to set up at RTC and figure out who's out to get us. And they got it down to either the Freemasons or the Vatican. So like because they're always plotting against
Right.
people.
Right.
They're always figure we're plotting against them.
Yeah.
Right.
They're plotting. It's like,
Plotting.
no, we're out doing live streams.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like, there's no CIA plotting.
Plotting in public, just amongst everybody.
Yeah, plotting.
Loud.
Their language is, they're plotting against Scientology organizations because we have the only answer. And there's this whole thing online about L. Ron Hubbard getting kidnapped in 1972, being replaced by a body double because the OT technology for exteriorization to leave your body
Uh-huh.
was so powerful they could do psychic spying. But to get the real OT levels, they had to kidnap Ron, put in a body double, and then put in fake OT levels that didn't let you remote view. And that weaves into the remote viewing narrative with Art Bell in the 90s.
Oh, wow.
So it lends itself to a lot of good sci-fi.
Oh.
But Tory is CIA. You're not CIA. You're a cupcake. You're too nice. Like Tory's not CIA.
That's what makes her so good.
But they
Don't
lost
forget the
$5
nice
grand
things.
that night. The guy was gonna give
You're
it
an
to him.
SP.
Hmm?
L. Ron Hubbard said it was a high crime to deny an org income. So you probably got written up with a serious KR. And you know, that's like worthless. Tory cost us 5,000. There go our stats for the week.
Oh,
Tory's
yeah,
CIA
like
bit
it's
is
my
amazing.
property.
A stack crasher.
Mentioned at those.
That's it.
room
I
tables.
like those terms, like what Tory did by crashing their stats should be a stack crasher. She's a stack crasher. It's like, oh, I'll take that.
Go
Yeah.
Tory.
I hope I crash you to zero.
So funny the night that you showed up on L. Ron Hubbard Way in that car, and the squirrels were all around you, and I'm like on the chat, like, oh my God, it's Tori, you guys, she's a legend. I watched your videos years ago. I'm like, you guys,
Well,
Yes,
Tori.
the legend.
I'll be in touch.
Oh my gosh, it was so. You guys say goodbye to
Bye.
Sebastian
Say
and
goodbye to
and Jeff
Sebastian
and
and Jeff.
send love to Karen. And call or text me anytime. And yes.
And Sebastian, he's always my faithful companion dog.
Yeah, he's a good dog.
He's a sweet baby.
Yes, look.
Oh, Tori, I want to hear what you were.
Okay,
Oh, you're gonna take off?
Jeff.
All right.
you have to get.
Oh,
Thanks for coming by.
it was so nice hearing.
Yeah,
like,
come again.
And I could. People were saying you're sitting between two legends. I could hear
Oh,
them all night, and that's how I feel.
no, look, when I started being a critic in 2005, when I came out publicly, Tori was you were so generous with your time,
Aw.
explaining things. You were so generous. Thank you. Tori taught me a lot. So she was very good, really good and generous in educating new critics about what Scientology is and isn't. 'Cause there, you have to know what it is.
2005.
So we
you
have to
started.
pass down the tribal knowledge. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I remember asking Tori, I was so like, what's it like to audit body things?
That was
I
so
was so like curious, like, what is the experience? What do you do? And you were the first one to explain how it actually, what you actually do.
Mhm.
And not that you believed it, but it's like, I always wanted to talk to an OT about it.
Yeah.
What do you do? Because that was like what do you do how do you do it? What happens? What is it? So she explained it to me.
Isn't that amazing? You remembered that from 2005, and those kind of things stick with me. Who's nice to me? Who's welcoming? I remember everything when people are nice and when they're not. And
Well,
Tori was nice to
educated-
me in 2008. I think it was around
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
But you probably don't remember because it was brief. But she was
Well-
nice to me too.
Oh,
When
she
I
was nice to
I
everyone.
kind of ran down the street after you.
No,
I didn't in an intersection.
Yeah.
And I was like
Yeah.
trying to make you talk to me. And you didn't act annoyed or anything.
And Tori always had SP parties at her house.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
SP parties.
14
so
years.
much.
Oh,
fun.
can we have an SP party? Are you over it? I'll bring everything.
Oh, dude, next party's at Tori's.
I was gonna show up
Oh.
at the SP party.
I want to do an SP party.
Really? Can you tell this chat the name of your law firm?
Oh, no, I don't have a law firm.
No, the other guy, the other lawyer, the lawyer guy. The
Cooley.
name of his Fuckham and.
We fuck him and how.
We fuck
Oh, that's my alter ego, E. Stuart Mills. Of We fuck him and how.
You guys
That's
haven't
his
watched
To-
this?
Tomorrow, probably what's today? Saturday night, tomorrow night, E. Stuart Mills will do We Fuck Him and How.
E. Stuart Mills, yeah.
Yeah,
The name of the lawyer is E. Stuart Mills, and
It's such a
Fuckham
great
and How is the
satire.
name of the law firm.
Yeah, because
That's good.
he's David Miscavige's lawyer, and he runs the law firm of We Fuck Him
And he's
and
a
How.
bumbling idiot.
Well, he's kind of like cynically, because he says, because at the end of the day, David Miscavige needs his lawyers more than we need him. So he's kind of an incompetent idiot, but he's scheming and conniving. And
Got it down.
oh, it's so much fun to
So
do
good. So well done.
because I spent years in corporate watching idiots like that. So it's based on a lot of this corporate jackasses I had to work with.
They don't
Well, it might,
stumbling on their words.
this might not be wrong, but we've got to bring in the numbers for the quarter. And I need a drink too.
Yes.
And let's go out, it's on our expense account anyway.
Betty,
So,
a drink, please.
and I feel bad about crashing the company car, but if I hadn't been drinking, but at least they can't fire me because my numbers are up. It's like, it just comes out of
And
me.
you stop in mid-sentence and then you just start something else because you kind of lose what you.
Well, you got to have stream of consciousness. That's like my satire blog, ota.com. I started that so I could make declarations, we in RTC. It's like one time I did a column about how Church of Scientology is going to buy North Korean children for the Sea Org, and people thought it was real. It's something like Scientology would do. And then I did another pronouncement as RTC that we in Scientology are going to outlaw the internet. And it was outrageously funny but we're going to give you 3 months to switch back to faxes and typewriters before we outlaw the
I
internet.
gotta go back. I can listen to them.
And then I had a thing,
This is a true story though about OTs. I went to these parties
yeah.
and they said, look, Tori, if you want a baby any day, we can get it.
Really?
How scary is that?
Say a bit, yeah, that's
Baby,
what
oh, baby.
So Handmaid's
good
Tale
for a
is
new,
for real.
like for a new body, or for the someone's sake, like a baby hunting, essentially. Like we're looking for an upstat OTA to kind of take over our newborn. Yeah.
Some of them are that way, but some of them, they were just getting them from other countries.
Oh, yeah. One of the Joburg security questions, sec checks, is have you ever run a baby farm? So there's people that have to say, well,
Oh my.
frankly, yeah, and it's profitable, but I donate it to the IES.
I gave it to
Oh,
Tori.
okay, then you can run a baby farm or smuggle diamonds. We're good. As long as we get a cut.
As long as we get a cut.
As long as we get a cut, then you go run that baby farm. Just don't let.
Imagine hearing someone say that to you.
No one's ever said that.
Yes.
Hey, baby.
Information. You guys need to do an interview.
I'd be on the phone to the FBI like, no, what?
So that makes the Handmaid's Tale even more
I know.
similar.
It's really
Well,
freaky.
these guys that conned Raul Lopez, he was brain damaged and he was a truck driver and he got brain damage and serious head on. And he got a $1.8 million settlement, Raul Lopez. And these Scientologists swindled him for ostrich eggs. They convinced him to ostrich eggs. So that's a horrendous story we could talk about. All the cons, like the blue laundry balls, Reed Slacken,
I was
David
in that
Gentry,
all of them.
GTV Capital, which is what I'm covering.
It sound like stories I haven't heard.
Well, Scientology has a high. The only crime is getting caught. If you're involved in some scam or fraud or scheme or Ponzi scheme, as long as you don't get caught and they get their cut, they don't want to know.
I
about it.
loved, like Reed Slacken is in prison, or he was in prison.
Yeah.
Like, he's out now, but he basically would say, "Give me 50 grand, I'll triple it." Right. So he was taking in money. I was at Flag while he was doing that,
Yeah.
and then they were giving it all to Flag. So Flag was doing this Ponzi scheme thing, right? And then a millionaire who didn't have anything to do with Scientology gave him the money, and he said, "Look, I want my money back." And that was it. The whole thing went down. And they said it was going to be like Danny Masterson, where it was going to be like almost lifetime. And then they said, "Look, if you can give us some juicy stuff, you will cut down your time." And he ratted out Tony Hitchman,
Yeah. Oh, I remember that.
who
That
was
was
at
a
FSM.
That was a $600 million Ponzi scheme at the time. It was the largest in America.
Right.
The one I'm covering, that I've been covering is GTV Capital, 1.7 billion, David Gentili, a Scientologist.
Who is it? Oh,
David Gentili.
oh yeah, I know.
I've been covering that for years.
Right.
That is about to go to criminal court. So anyway,
Oh, we got to hear about
Thank
that
God
next
you're doing
time.
that.
Oh,
I want to hear about that next time.
that's why I started on my blog. It's just like
Crazy.
documents and there's so much going on.
You need to you need to mentor people to keep it
Trying
going.
to.
Yeah.
Like Tory helped me a lot getting started, so I'm trying to pass down investigative techniques, open source intelligence techniques, how to get data. And I became a private
I'm a
investigator.
data person.
I became a PI partly just to be able to fight Scientology better and work with
Fun.
law firms. So
I'm up for a career change.
there you go.
I'm all over it. That's all.
And then you gotta do something. I can't be an old hippie. I mean, I gotta like, you know, stay
Well,
busy.
you can stay involved, but you've been mentored. New people to come up because it's not done. It's gonna take a while.
You know, there's a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
But it's good to be out with Tori again.
But look where you're having this conversation.
I
Isn't that gold?
I just saw a picture of Tori the other day. We were up right there in LRH Way with Andreas, Mark Bunker, you and I, Peter,
Right.
and it was like, oh man,
Oh, that was a great interview with Andreas.
yeah,
Because remember, what's his name? Joel Phillips came, who was
Yeah.
a Scientologist, and he came to handle Andreas, who's a critic who started Xenu.net and from Norway, and he flew here. And Andreas is such a good debater. He never got mad at Joel, not ever.
no,
He just kept it together with him and kept it together and just kept it together. And they finally shook hands at the end.
Yeah.
well, Andreas held all on. He was inscrutable.
He was unbelievable.
He was so inscrutable. You couldn't rattle him.
Yeah,
A wonderful man. I miss him.
yeah.
I miss him.
I miss him a ton.
Yeah.
I do.
With that, we'll go.
I really do. He'll always be with us.
He will.
I put him on a poster I made. You talked about him.
Oh my
so
gosh, I
much.
hope, yeah, text me anytime. Bye, guys. Bye, Jeffrey.
Thanks for coming out.
There's, okay. I have to have you finish, but you can just cut me off when you get annoyed. You said Sea Org Publix. You were on Publix side.
Right. I was in the Sea briefly. They routed me out because I have epilepsy and I needed medicine. And they said, we don't take it. So they routed me out.
And the public side is you were in charge of.
Public, I wasn't in charge of anything. I was just a public going up the bridge. I was married. I had a child. I spent 5 years just being a mother. And then, we moved to Clearwater.
Uh-huh.
And at the time, Scientology had totally screwed over a mayor named Gabe Cazares, which anybody can Google and
Gabe.
see what he did there.
I
But they really screwed him over. So now Richard Tenney, who was the city commissioner, wanted to run for that mayor office. So by the time we moved there, the entire town was people honk out, like driving by, they'd be honking signs, people, it was insanity. And
How you doing? I'm so good.
I go home and this guy named Milt Wolf calls me in his office and he goes, look, bro, I'm going to tell you something that's top secret. You can't tell anyone. I said, all right, everything is top secret. I'm like, all right, what now? And he goes, L. Ron Hubbard was on the ship and he was going to come on land. But they got word he was going to come on land in Georgia, and they got word that the FBI were going to be there, and they were planting drugs on the ship. So he zoomed around to Clearwater, Florida, bought the Fort Harrison under the guise of another religion. It's the Church of somebody in here. will know it,
Yeah.
But it was another church, and I can't remember the name of it, but other people know it. And so he said, so we are liars. And his whole promotion is vote for me. Scientologists are liars. You can't trust them. Save Sparkling Clearwater. Stamp out Scientology. So I said, I'm a mother. I have a brand new baby. I can't. This is hundreds and hundreds of people. I can't handle it by myself.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, you have to handle them.
So I started with sound.
And so I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go out and I find a grandmother and she's got an American flag and a big sign against Scientology. And I'm carrying my son, who's a baby. And I walk up to her and I said, what are you doing? And she goes, and my son starts crying. And I say, you're a grandmother, aren't you? She goes, yes. And I said, and look at the product you're getting.
Yes.
That's all that's happening here.
Yeah.
You're out here against my religion. My son is crying. Put down your flags and go home. And she did. She put her
did? She
flags
listened
down
to
and
you.
left.
You can
And I-
put it and suppress her.
Huh?
You can put it and suppress her.
I didn't suppress her. I just told her the truth. This is my religion. What are you doing out here? Go home.
Right.
And she put down her flags and left. I didn't suppress her. Suppressing would have been if I hit her or held her down or something like
I
that.
can do that, yeah.
I just said, go home. And she did. So I just went person to person talking to people, and more people would leave. And then I started going to the meetings and taking them on at the meetings. And it was intense. I mean, it finally, they wanted me to join Safe Sparkling Clearwater. So I go in to join Safe Sparkling Clearwater, which is their organization with Richard Tenney trying to
Like
be.
the kind of like the business, just a different front group. Like why?
This isn't a Scientology thing. This is a guy that was running for political office in Clearwater.
Mhm.
And so his group was Save Sparkling Clearwater, Stamp Out Scientology. So he wanted to get rid of Scientology and he'd be the mayor. So I go in to join, and it's just a couple of ladies, and they're like, "Oh, good, you're here. Yeah, sure, come join." Now I'm a Scientologist. I don't say that to them,
Mhm.
but I join, and I'm in the other room, and now they bring in Richard Tenney, who's the guy running for mayor,
Mhm.
and this other guy, Richard Lively, who's a journalist, and he's writing stuff really, really fast in a notebook.
Mhm.
And my husband had said, "Look, this guy lies a lot."